Hello and welcome to Hint Plays. I'm Shard Angel and I'll be running the game today. Hint Plays is a channel for RPGs and tabletop gaming from Hobby Gamers International. We run games on a 3-week rotation with a rotating cast of players and game masters. As we can see, I'm a guest game master today. We also do occasional specials where we look at new games, which today will be a new game that they haven't seen before, and play online board games and chat about all sorts of things. Today I'm going to be running Dynamo, which is a golden/silver age comics narrative tabletop RPG where the players will be playing plucky heroes trying to save the world from real evil, because this is a very black and white, definite evil, definite good kind of situation. So that's what we'll be playing. All right, with me today, in no specific particular order, is Alexia. And we've got Lupa. And we have Molly. Without further ado, let's get to it. Script reading. It's great.
You did a great job.
So, I put this mask together for fun, and then I realized it's really hard to see through. All right. I know 2 of you made characters already. Molly, are you wanting to run through the character process, or did you already make yours?
Yes, I would like to run through the character process, please.
Okay.
So sorry.
No, that's perfectly okay.
Fine.
Okay. Thank
Honestly, I was expecting to run through the character process with everyone, but 2 of them decided, oh, I must do it now.
you. Yes.
I wanted to be prepared.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. This is excellent.
You got pulled in late, so I think it'll actually be fun for chat to see the process because it's a really quick character creation.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to take the fun glasses off.
I'm good now.
Yeah, have mercy on yourself.
Okay.
All right, so in terms of making a character, everyone starts with 2 attack, 2 defense, and 1 pluck. That's a basic human. And then you have 10 points to spend on a template and a variant if you want a variant. So we can run through those as well.
Okay. Okay, defensive 2. Okay.
And a pluck of 1.
Yes.
Okay. So first we're going to look through the templates, and you're going to choose the one that's going to work for the superpowers that you have in mind. Each of the templates are generic, and within what the template is, you can make up how that superpower looks when it's happening.
Okay. I think kind of inclined toward Whisperer, the ability to command or manipulate a particular type of plant, animal, or machine, depending on your power.
Okay. So then of your 10 points, you would spend 4, and you have the Whisperer. Your power set is going to be related to commanding things. Your attack goes up by 3, and your pluck goes up by 1.
Okay.
Now you still have 6 points remaining. And if you wanted to add a variant, which adds to or shifts how your powers work, that's on page 12.
Yes. Okay.
Now, you don't have to choose a variant. These are optional.
But object-based kind of looks like fun. Powers only work when you're in contact with a specific object or article of clothing.
Okay.
+2 pluck.
Yep.
But also a
Minus 3
weakness.
points.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got 3 points left, and object. Sorry, I'm writing this down, so I
Certainly.
actually might stand a chance of remembering it.
Hey, I had to write down a whole bunch of stuff too.
Okay.
I made a character sheet basically so that I wouldn't forget anything.
I literally took 30 minutes to set up this game about 3 hours ago.
Yeah, it's an easy start one, which to me feels like really inviting. It's one that would be easy for new players to jump into, I think.
It's supposed to be. It's also more narrative. The dice are there as health and to show success or failure with certain actions, especially in fights. Because really,
Nice.
when we're playing superheroes, we just want to punch things, you know?
Absolutely.
No, I don't think so. We can't hear anything from Dret's mic, I don't believe.
I think she might have left it on earlier and then muted it since I
Okay.
last checked.
Because Fish was asking in chat.
Yeah.
All right. With your I think you have 3 remaining points.
Yes.
You can increase either or attack and defense. You cannot increase pluck with the leftover points.
Okay. I would like to. Let's see. I've got an attack of 5 at the moment, and a defense of 2. So I would like to increase defense, please.
That's fine.
And so all 3 points can go there.
You
Or
can put
just
all
one?
3 points into defense. That is true.
Okay.
What
is that about?
Well, if you want to be able to beat someone up, defense will save you from taking damage, but you can't add. So the way that the rolling system works, and it's not going to automatically add the currents for you.
Okay.
Currents are when you roll a plus and a minus, that's a single success, and any further successes from there are on top of that. When it comes to combat, you trade off. So when you roll to attack the villain will be rolling at the same time. If his attack defeats your defense by a certain number, then you take damage. And at the same time, if yours is over his defense, they take damage.
Okay.
So a balance is pretty good so that you can get enough dice to roll and succeed. But there's also, in combat, players can assist each other. So when a player determines that they're going to assist, all they roll is their pluck. And so you roll your attack, defense, and pluck, and you can use your pluck to create currents for attacks and defenses, in addition to the pluck dice rolled by the assisting players.
Okay. Maybe
You're gonna have to remind me of all of this.
Oh, I definitely will.
Actually playing,
yes.
by the way.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have the book in front of me, or the PDF rather, and I'm still not going to remember any of that. But okay, so maybe 6 attack, or bump my attack up to 6, and then defense up to just 4.
That's
maybe.
fine too.
Okay.
Either way, I mean, when we get playing, sometimes it
me
works out, sometimes it doesn't, because I mean, dice don't like us.
No, this is true. Okay.
I unintentionally made a villain for this game that the players couldn't kill, and the villain couldn't kill them because too much defense.
Oh my god,
That's amazing.
that's beautiful.
Okay. And I think my character's power will be over succulence, and I'm stealing a name, basically plagiarizing
awesome.
from Rusty Quill, and my character's name will be Allotourism, if that's okay. So
Amazing.
okay, fabulous. All right, and the object, I think.
A dried cactus pendant?
That works. Okay.
A little air plant in a little.
Okay, I like
it's
that.
even better.
Yes,
Yeah.
a glass pendant that could be broken, and who knows? But yes. Okay, air plant.
Just don't let the villain find out.
Oh no, no! Find out what? No, I'm invincible. No. Okay. Okay. Yay. Okay. Oh, then I unless there's anything else in character creation, then I'm done.
No, that's it. All right. Well,
Okay.
we are introduced to Molly's character, allotruism.
Yes.
um,
So much.
Alexia, you want to introduce us to yours?
Yes, absolutely. I am playing Pomeranian Punch. She is a modest novelist by day, and by night she moonlights as an art liberator. She has a glowing stone pendant, which she hides sometimes. Sometimes she just goes clubbing and it's pretty and shiny. It's a pendant. Screw that. And she becomes very strong with it. Whenever she holds it, she liberates art by smashing on doors and occasionally skulls.
Since this is an activated, I think, is this an activated power or an object-based power?
It's object-based.
Okay, either way, when you're holding the object, the pendant, do you like Hulk out or do you just get stronger?
No.
What's the effect look like?
I look like a normal person,
Okay.
but occasionally, I just press on the door and the door handle bends a bit,
Fair enough.
and the door handle. It's a blessing and a curse.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Also, when I liberate art, I love dressing as a goth.
Hell yeah.
Just because I can. So I'm a goth with a backpack, which may or may not hold stuff.
A spiky backpack?
Sure.
I'm feeling more and more that the villain that I set up is perfect for this group.
We are pure chaos.
Gonna be great.
Lupa, go ahead and introduce us to your character.
So I'm playing Miss Menagerie. Her real name is Annie, and she's a zookeeper by day. And she is able to transform into animals that have roughly the same mass as her own or less. But it takes a little bit of time to do the transformation. So the first round of combat, I'm going to be a little bit, but I'm going to be turning into cool animals. So that's fine. I'm very excited. And I wore my wolf shirt specifically for it because I'm going to turn into a wolf all the time.
I love it. Lupa has a wolf.
So basically, when you're transforming, you just pause and there's a loading bar that appears.
Okay, so this is what happened is she has like long brown hair, and so her hair is the first thing that starts to transform, so it kind of like grows down her back and starts to like spread over and become like fur of whatever she's gonna be, and then like it goes into a really cool transformation scene from there. Just
That is totally not creepy at all.
None of us are creepy.
I'm really excited. We're all fine. It's great.
None of us are creepy. There is no such. You have no reason to worry.
So
You have no reason to worry. You're gonna be fine. It's all gonna be okay.
I know I'm not going to be okay. I just know it. So you are a group of superheroes that works for Buckler. The acronym Buckler is Bureau of Unidentified Capers Keeping Lurking Evil Restrained.
That checks out.
That's amazing.
I love it.
So you are being sent to, what would I call them? I guess command or the people in charge, whatever. They are sending you to a super secret, super top secret place where they keep all of their highly confidential files and data. So you're going to a data center that is smack dab in the middle of suburbia. Looks like a one of those big green boxes instead of a house. That power transformer? I don't know. And when you push a button, it opens up and you can get inside. But they are worried that someone is going to attack it soon because they think that the location of their super secret keeper has been leaked. And that is where you guys are going.
Oh, the secret keeper has been doxxed. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
So,
do we all know each other previously? And like
you've
none
worked
of us
together
are gonna
before.
Okay.
I'm sure that you have issues with each other here and there. You can make them up as you go.
So far I love everyone. I would like for the initial scene when we show up, I would like to be a dog that's just casually hanging out with these two people.
Okay. So you two show up walking a dog, no leash, just hanging out, and you're walking up to where the entrance to the secret keeper is. What are you gonna do? I mean, you know how to get in. Or are you just gonna hang out and wait? Or are you gonna go and investigate inside? This is collaborative narrative, so you do have to add things yourselves as well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I'm gonna sniff around for sense of evil. I don't know.
You guys sniff for evil?
Evil.
Can I smell evil? I mean, animals can sense bad intentions.
Usually through body language, I think.
Yeah.
I think that
I want to sniff around for people that are unfamiliar. Like, do we know most of the people that would be around here? So I'm gonna sniff around and see if I smell anybody that wouldn't normally be here.
I personally like that your motto is "I sniff out evil," so it's perfectly applicable. Words.
Yes.
Anyway,
it's okay. English is a hard language. No judgment.
Yes. Okay. And while Menagerie is doing that, Allotourism, unless there is anything obviously amiss with the door or anything like that, we'll go inside.
Okay. And Pomeranian?
Now, from the back of... I assume there's a fence somewhere.
Yeah.
Nearby. Well, from the back of a fence, you see a goth. And she keeps to the shadows. You know that trope of the guy who's following somebody and they're tiptoeing from shadow to shadow?
And you only see like half of their face most of the time.
Yes, pretty much that. Is she actually stealthy? Probably not. But she's already dubious, so who cares?
I love it.
So, Pomeranian
This menagerie might look over like
is trying
no,
to.
you're fine.
Yeah, she's just trying to stealthily approach the building and sniff out any weaknesses in the hinges, windows, guards.
Making sure that the hinges don't bend under your strength.
Sure, don't.
Yeah, Allotourism is just rolling her eyes and just like, yeah, whatever.
Don't. They definitely don't bend under my strength. It's okay.
So, as you open the door,
I'm not casing a joint. It's fine.
You're totally casing the joint.
They're totally casing the joint, and I'm just...
As Aloe is opening the door, Miss Menagerie does sniff out evil in the form of
A cat?
a group of men-shaped things. They look like people, but only because they're wearing overalls. Their faces look more Picasso-ish, and even with that Picasso-ish thing to them, they have really big smiles. You can tell that they're very, very happy Picasso people. And they are
Happy
sneaking.
Picasso people. Okay.
They are trying to sneak, but they don't walk in a way that allows them to be sneaky. It's more jerky, fluidish.
Like
Yes.
like nude descending a staircase sort of thing?
Yeah,
Motion?
yeah.
Yeah.
And they're coming
Ooh.
directly towards the entrance.
I'm gonna bark loudly to alert the others and growl.
Okay.
So this is the first fight. This is a minion fight.
Yeah.
Minions are doing things. So the thing with minions is they don't work the same way as heroes and villains. They always have the same level of attack. So if you take damage, you can remove your attack die until you heal them back up. They keep their same attack for the entire fight that you're fighting minions. However, they do have what's called drive. Once you get their drive down, they are either all knocked out or run away. Until the drive is gone, there's an endless supply of minions coming at you.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes some sense. Like, because it's like a wave thing.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay. All right. I think I get it.
Okay.
And let's see, how big did I make them?
Okay. So with the dice roller,
Mhm.
so I have an attack of 6. So do I put 6 in
Yep.
the attack dice and then roll? And that's
Well, actually, in combat, you're going to be rolling attack, defense, and pluck. The only time that you're
Okay,
rolling singular is when you're taking actions outside of combat or doing something in combat that's not fighting.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I just leave the
Okay.
numbers
Yeah, leave the
there
numbers in
and
there,
just keep rolling every time.
Mhm.
Okay.
and then you can just lower it as you take damage. You do need to keep track of your max number of attack and defense and pluck because
Mhm.
that's your life. And after battles, you do get dice back to put into whichever pool. So there's healing, and then every 10 minutes that of actual game playing time, you get another. It's not whatever's happening in the scene, fast or slow. Every 10 minutes of game time outside of combat, you get health.
Okay, neat.
So, I mean, if you get really hurt, we could just sit here and chat for like an hour and you guys can heal up.
I'm sorry, but that's one of the
You
coolest
know us.
system things I've ever heard.
Well, and it actually plays to how we tend to go off on tangents. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
see?
I'm totally fine with this.
No, we never do that. No. We are always
would
on
never.
topic. We do
We
not
would-
diverge from the straight and narrow ever. Nope.
So these weird Picasso people are coming down the street and headed for the Secret Keeper,
Mhm.
whose
And they
door
see an
is.
angry doggo.
There's an
Or is-
angry doggo.
An angry doggo, and there should be some succulents planted at least along the gate
Oh, yeah.
entrance.
I'm not going. There's going to be plenty of succulents. Don't worry.
Cool.
That was very ominous. That was
So-
ominous.
Okay.
I don't actually dictate actions for the minions. You dictate what you want to do, and then I roll to fight and explain what the minions are doing in response.
Poor sucks, they're not even doing anything. Oh my god.
I know they're
For
evil.
them.
I sniffed them. I sniffed their evil. I'm gonna bite their ankles. That's my.
And
Going to be an ankle biter. Okay. So Luke will go first
A
then.
German Shepherd ankle biter. Yes, that's what I am right now.
All right, go ahead and roll.
German Shepherd ankle biter. Okay. This is my first time using this.
Yep.
Oh, what happened? Okay, this dice
Okay.
roller is a little bit confusing.
So
What
it pops
does
up.
this mean?
it pops up the dice. So you should have
Yes.
blank faces, minuses, pluses. And those are the only
Yes.
3 faces.
Yes.
For the attack roll, you can match minuses with pluses, and that gets you a success. If
Okay.
you only have like pluses, or you have more minuses than pluses, but you have pluses in your pluck, you can add the pluck dice to the attack to complete a
Okay,
curve.
let me tell you what I have, and then
Sure,
you can
that
tell me
works.
what is going to happen. So
Mhm.
I have 2 pluses and 1 minus for attack.
Okay.
I have 2 minuses and 2 pluses for defense, and I have a plus and a minus for pluck.
Okay.
So
So the plus and minus for pluck will help you here. So
Mhm.
you've got
Okay.
a minus and 2 pluses. So you make 1 current with
Mhm.
the minus and plus, and then you add
Okay.
one of the minuses from your pluck to the other attack plus. That gives you 2 attacks.
Okay. Oh, all right. Okay.
And then your
Deal.
defense, you have 2 defenses because you got 2 pluses and 2 minuses,
To
I believe.
match up.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So in order to have a success, you have to match up a plus and a minus. Got
Okay.
it. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
All right.
So
So I get
basically-
I bite 2 times.
You bite 2 times. You bit 2 ankles. And
Yeah.
they only got 2 successes, and you had 2 defenses, so they don't do any damage to you. They just don't know what to do with this dog.
Yes. I'm crunching the ankles.
Crunch, crunch.
Okay. And while let's see, while Menagerie is doing that, Elytrism will instruct the succulents that are nearest the bad guys or bad Picasso people
Mhm.
to entangle them and hold them immobile so that they can't actually run away or fight back.
Okay.
That
Go
is the
ahead.
intent, at least.
Sure.
And roll.
Yep.
2 successes on attack. No successes immediately on defense, just 3 pluses. Pluck, though, I got 2 successes. So
So pluck doesn't have successes in and
Yeah.
of itself.
okay,
Pluck is always added to the other stuff.
yeah. So they could be added to. I would like if I can add each of them one to attack and 1 to defense,
Yep.
please.
You can
Cool.
add them in, so long as you don't try to use the same one twice. You can add them in any amount that
Okay.
you want.
Cool. Okay. So 3 success attack successes, 1 defense success.
1 defense. Okay. That will drop their drive, and you end up taking a damage as one of them trips over the aloe and headbutts you. So
That's fine.
in
That's
terms
fair.
of damage, you're going to remove 1 dice from any of the pools
Okay.
and set it to the side. So you've got it written down as your max, but yeah, just lower that pool by 1.
Okay. I'm going to reduce pluck to 3, I think, for the moment.
Okay. That's fine.
Cool.
All right. And Pomeranian.
I'm gonna punch them.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Who would have saw that
You
coming?
will be shocked of this development, but I'm gonna punch them. So I have for attack a minus and a plus and 2 minuses. So I got 1. I want to say momentum, but it's not momentum, and I cannot remember the name. And for defense, I have a minus and a plus. And then for pluck, I have 2 pluses, which I can pair with the 2 minuses. Right?
Yes.
I got it! I am so happy.
Yay!
Yay! I am very, very happy. So I have 1 pair, 2 pairs, 3 pairs for attack. No,
Okay.
Wait, hold on. So I can only pair 1 pluck with 1 attack, and the other.
If you have the right dice set, you can add all of your pluck to whatever's shown up in the attack.
Perfect.
So, if
then
you
then
got-
I have 3 good pairs on attack,
Okay.
one good pair on defense.
Okay. Well, in
And-
that case,
Yeah.
you punch one and it knocks into a bunch of others. They don't do any damage to you because you had one defense and they only got one success. So,
Okay.
as you guys are fighting, a couple of them actually slip inside the open door.
No.
That's
Oh
rude.
no. Back to whoever wants to go next, because when it comes to turn order, it's whoever has an idea for what they want to do, and then you guys decide between you who's going first. There's no initiative. When it comes to my side of it, everything that you do, and we'll get to this with the villain fight because it'll be slightly different. I can make them do things and move around, but I can't attack you unless you're attacking them.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, the
Baby.
turn order is chaos.
Yes.
Do I notice the ones that are running
Mhm.
inside?
Yeah.
And you say we've worked together.
Mhm.
So would I know if Allotruism has to like grab them and hold them from going inside?
I mean,
Yeah.
she's grabbed a number of them to stop them from getting anywhere, but she can't stop all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's sort of a limited
those
focus.
specific ones. Yeah.
I mean, she can
okay.
try it again, but it's going to.
Yeah. I could release the ones that I'm currently holding near you and go after people. But how many?
But I would know that,
Yeah.
you can't those ones and the other ones at the same time.
I would imagine so. Yes.
Okay.
And probably, even though we do have some succulents indoors, we probably have more of them outside because the idea
Yeah.
is to not let them reach the perimeter, which
Right.
I screwed up on. Whoops.
Well, I mean, they kind of came out of nowhere. So, how's the one that I was biting, or did I bite two of them? Did I bite two
you
ankles on one
bit their
person?
ankles off, and
Off?
the ankles actually bit off, and your mouth tastes like wet oil paint.
Oh,
Ew.
that's disgusting.
And
Ew,
where you
I
bit their ankles off,
Oh,
they're just like there's just a pool of liquefying paint of many colors.
Okay, that's going to kill my plants.
No, it's fine.
it is.
No.
Okay.
I'm But
In that case,
Also-
if those ones aren't going anywhere, I'm gonna go after the ones that are going toward the door. Then.
That's fine.
yes. And
Molly, you don't have to limit your power in terms of strength because this is a big beat up fight.
Yeah.
So you can probably talk to all the succulents and have them wrap around things or poke them with
Okay.
their spikes or even grow. You can encourage them to grow. It's
okay.
you just can't go outside the scope of, okay, I can whisper to succulents, but now I can also whisper to trees and vines.
Mhm.
That's what is meant by power creep.
Okay, that's fair.
Have fun with your powers and make them look cool.
Okay, I would also
Yeah.
include cacti under succulents.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Cacti are succulents.
but yeah, basically things with fleshy leaves. Okay,
Ooh,
so
hit people with cacti.
yes, I'm thinking, shooting the spines.
Just to make this easier,
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm going to say that this is a desert community, so there are cacti and succulents.
Oh yes, fabulous.
Yeah.
Okay, but I don't want to block the door because Menagerie is going after them. Are they already inside or are they
Yes.
just going? Okay.
Those ones are already inside.
Okay. How many people are outside still besides
A bunch,
a bunch?
a mob. You won't see them lessen until you get their drive down.
Oh,
Mhm.
you're extroverts. Okay. So sorry. I should have said that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's see. Well, okay. If we have more people out here, more minions out here, and only like I think 2 went inside.
A couple went in. I'm
A
not giving
couple.
you an exact number because this
Well, a couple is 2. You mean a few?
2 or more. A couple is 2 or more. A few is 3 or more.
No.
I've had this argument too
English
many times.
language is a
No, a
lie.
couple is 2. I
You
mean,
can assume
We're
it's
gonna
2.
say
That's fine.
some.
You
Some
don't
went inside.
I am right.
Some.
The
Some
English
was
language is wrong and a lie.
You
this is
you
true.
are correct. We
Yes.
agree. As
So,
an English
Molly,
major,
just
someone with an English degree, I agree with you.
just
And an editor.
just to be clear,
Mhm.
I'm going to use non-specific words in relation to the minions because minions tend to be where they need to be for the fights,
Okay,
etc.
that is
So
fair
it's
enough.
more, it's very much more narrative and not specific identifiable numbers. So yes, I did say a
Alright.
couple, but imagine
A small number.
a small number.
Okay, so I'm okay. I think that Electrism will then pursue inside the building, and if Pomeranian chooses to follow as well, I will instruct the plants near the doorway to block off the doorway after
You're
her.
Okay.
To block us. No, basically to prevent any other minions from following us in.
Okay.
Rather
That's
than-
a lot, Mr.
I would not do that.
I was like, what did you do, Altruism? Why? What did I do to you?
I did not altruism.
No, I'm not going to.
Me so much.
I'm so sorry. I phrased that badly. I apologize.
No,
I simply meant to close the door behind us if you were following, but if you're not, then I'm not doing that.
Oh yeah, I'm of course gonna follow you inside.
Okay. Then I will try to encourage the plants by the door to weave themselves into a nice, very complicated
Cozy.
knot,
Little knot.
That's fair. That's fine.
and
Okay.
blocking off the doorway.
So you are, that would be using just your attack and your pluck to see how
Mhm.
successfully you block it off, because you're not attacking or doing any damage.
Okay. And let's see, roll there. And
And
good.
it's attack because you are proactively making a
Mhm.
barrier versus reacting to someone doing something.
Okay, I have one circuit in attack, so that's one success, and then another circuit in pluck that I would like to apply to attack.
So basically, you've got a minus and plus in attack, and you've got a
Yes.
minus and plus in pluck.
Yes.
So yes, you can turn that into 2 successes, but the pluck doesn't have successes. You add
Yeah.
you make
Well,
the
I just-
currents with
Yeah, but I needed a word to say. Plus, I have good stuff in pluck and
No, that's fine.
match.
That's fine.
I'm
I'm just
pointing at the
trying-
screen, but you can't see.
I'm just trying to clarify because people listening and
Yeah.
the way that it works is rules, blah blah blah.
Okay.
Who cares about those? Anyway,
I have a couple. Of
We would
things.
never.
so you successfully convinced the succulents outside the door to weave around themselves in a very thick, strong barrier to anyone getting through. We'll give you a minute there or so. Appropriate timing. What's the word for that? Narratively appropriate timing?
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I run in at exactly the last moment. I just duck in between the
Are you going
succulents.
to throw the Picasso people out of your way and punch them on your way in?
Who the heck am I kidding? Yes, I will.
Yeah.
Who am I kidding? Yes. The answer to that is very much yes.
Through. Because we know they turned into paint now, so just like punch
Yes.
through one of them and
I'm
slow mo
just-
through the
I'm
hole.
just- covered in paint right now. I am just.
You very much do not look like a goth anymore.
I look like a colorful
Pastel
goth.
goth is a thing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a pastel goth now. I upgraded. Or lateral graded anyway.
Yeah.
It just moved my niche.
What did you roll?
Fine. Well, I have to roll on all. I wanted to ask if I have to roll on all three or just anything in particular. If I have to roll on all three, then I have a plus, a minus, and the plus of 2 pairs on attack, 2 pairs on defense.
Okay. This time you're going to take a damage, and you knock them back a little bit. They are thinning a bit. There's half as many as there was to begin with.
I really actually love how like wibbly wobbly it is. Like it reminds me of the anime Gurren Lagann, where it like the rules of physics don't necessarily apply. It's more about the emotional impact. Like sometimes the sword is 5 times longer than it should be because it's cooler that way.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the same vibe that's happening right now, and I really enjoy it.
Yes, I love it. It's just the perfect amount of chaotic.
Yeah. Precisely. Do I get to bite the ones that I chased?
Yes, you do. You can bite more. It does not taste good, but you apparently enjoy biting. Ankles.
No, I do enjoy biting. That's actually an idea I had for the character, is that she might enjoy the violence that she can do as an animal a little more than she probably should.
Hell yes.
This explains
But-
why you and Pomeranian get along.
Yeah. But I can tell that they're evil, so it's fine. Okay.
Yes, because you can smell evil.
I would never do anything evil in my life.
Oh, and these mooks definitely smell very evil. They also taste evil.
Okay. And also, they smell like paint. Probably. Which
Gross.
is a pretty,
Every single part of that.
Okay, so this roll I think is bad, because I have 4 pluses and 1 minus in attack, and then everything else that I have is either a plus or a blank.
Yeah, so that means you have 1 attack success and no defenses.
Yeah.
That also happens. So
Okay.
you're going to take 2 damage.
You're fine.
Okay, how do I do the damage? Tell me how to do damage.
So damage, you're lowering one of your dice pools, and you can share it between dice pools. Since you're taking 2 damage, you can remove 1 from attack and 1 from defense. You could remove 2 from attack. You could remove 2 from pluck. It's wherever you want the damage to be taken from to maintain either defense or attack power. But basically, what this does is your health is tied to your ability to fight, and once your pools are empty, you're basically out of the fight until the fight is over, and then you wake up because there's no dying in this game.
Perfect. This is the kind of game I love.
This is beautiful.
Okay. Yes.
All right.
There is
Thank
there is
you.
losing because the villain can defeat you, but you won't die.
That's the important thing.
It scans with like the Golden Age comics that it's
Yeah.
based on. So I like
Yeah,
this.
the villains don't want to kill you; they want to gloat over you.
Mhm.
Which checks out, frankly.
Yeah. I can understand
Start
that.
singing that particular Ukla the Mock song in my head. Okay, so I got 1 attack at least. I got 1 ankle.
Yep, you got 1 ankle in there. That's 1 more ankle that's bleeding out paint. All right, so the few that got inside, you can see where they went. The unselected small number of them that got inside are a couple of them are ransacking some file cabinets, and there's a couple in the computer room with their hands attached to the servers, and their hands are kind of melted into the servers, a little bit because they're looking for information, apparently.
Okay.
Dang.
They're researching. Oh, bless their heart.
They're underpaid grad students. Oh my god. Okay.
I'm actually like, I'm a little bit jealous right now that I didn't think of making a paint-based superhero. But it's
These
fine.
are just
It's
minions. They're just here to be beat up by you guys.
Okay.
Do we have any turpentine, actually? Because that
I am shocked that
I
Pomeranian
didn't even
doesn't.
consider that as a thing. Oh man, this is going to turn into
okay. So
Because
since okay,
Oh.
then I think not sure if this is too retconny, but is there a storage space within this building that might have cleaning supplies such as turpentine?
this is narrative. You can totally
Okay.
make that happen.
Okay, well then
There is
I would-
also something else that you can do in fights. Because when you're adding things to a fight that are things that would benefit or help the scene along, like turpentine, that's just adding to the narrative. Adding complications that
Mhm.
potentially can mess with you guys and the timing will let you have an extra dice on your next turn for the roll.
Okay.
It's incentive to cause yourself problems, such as you push this villain over a bridge, and then you look over the bridge to see what's going on, and you notice that there's a train coming, and the guy you're supposed to be rescuing is still tied up on the tracks.
Oh, okay.
Amazing.
It's called tension dice.
Okay. Then let's see. So I think that Electrism would happily remember. Wait a second. We do have the supplies closet here, including
Mhm.
including things to clean paint off brushes,
Sure.
and let's see. Would the door being stuck or not having the key count as a complication? Or it's too minor because I could just call a Pomeranian
Too minor of a
over.
complication,
Yeah.
but I will, in terms of finding turpentine, go ahead and roll attack and pluck.
Okay. And attack and pluck. Two circuits for attack. Nothing in pluck. I just had a single plus and then 2 blanks.
Okay, well, that's 2 successes, so that succeeds exactly as you wished it to happen.
Yay!
You find
Nice.
a container of turpentine, and it's full
Ooh,
instead of like a quarter full.
thank you very much. That is lovely. And Electrism will grab that and run back toward where the others are fighting
Okay,
or doing whatever they are doing.
who's up next? Punchy or bitey?
I feel like Pomeranian hasn't gotten to punch anything in a while, so.
Oh, perfect.
Aren't both of her hands basically covered in gunk right now?
No, both of her everything,
Her whole everything.
everything is
So-
just a beast.
I'm not surprised she came down into the Secret Keeper, because out there is so many more minions to punch and paint the walls with.
Yeah, basically her first reaction when she got inside is to shake herself like a dog.
Oh my god.
And like splatters paint everywhere. Is that moment of, oh, I cannot say anything. And so basically, after this whole screw my life, she's just gonna yell hey at the guys being nerds. At the nerds.
Wait, you may
They're not
need
responding.
to clarify.
Yeah.
At us.
Not you, the nerds, the
Okay.
paint nerds.
Okay, thank you.
My bad. Not us, the nerds. Because also, all three of us are playing nerds. But not us, for one. I mean, the paint ones who are researching, because she's just, at this point, she's just mostly curious about what the hell?
Yeah. Just
Like,
punch it.
it's that point where she's just beyond fighting, and she's like, okay, these guys are doing research about what? What is
Super
happening?
top secret stuff. There's super top secret stuff in here that they're looking for.
Mhm.
You'll get to investigate what they were looking
Yeah.
into.
I'm
when-
sure
when
I
you finish
will
killing them.
after the fight, but oh well then. Fuck it, I'm gonna punch them.
Yes, Corona.
Perfect.
So what did you roll to attack? Also-
I rolled. Oh boy, I rolled
Badly?
very badly.
Oh no.
I rolled 1 defense and 1 attack.
Well, you got one and they didn't get you.
Hell yes. Thank you, Pluck.
Oops.
Basically, I had all minuses on attack, all pluses on defense, 1 plus and 1 minus on Pluck.
Oh.
Nice.
Just so you
Nice.
understand why my face was like that. I had a moment of, oh.
Whoops. You punched one and you accidentally punched the wall instead of it, but the shattering of the wall tore it apart from behind.
They're very squishy. I mean, they're made of paint, so.
They're made of paint. I mean,
Shoot, glad I want one at home.
They're very splooshy.
And I mean, that's not just me, Alexia. That's also me as Pomeranian Punch.
fair.
Pomeranian
All right.
is this. I want one.
All right, Lupa. What are you doing?
Trying to decide if I want to change into a different animal or if I want to keep biting them.
Are you going to turn into a chimpanzee?
I was thinking of turning into a chimpanzee to try to hold one of them
Bite
and
your face
like so that one of them can be like restrained, but I don't know if these are even like able to answer questions, so maybe I'll keep biting them.
Yeah, biting would probably be a thing. Minions typically can't answer anything.
And I would know that. So
Mhm.
okay,
You've
so
fought
what I'm
many
gonna
minions
do,
in the past, and minions are just there to be punched until you find the information you need.
they're just there to feed my ankle chewing desire.
Yes, exactly.
What I'm going to do then is I'm going to try to like go across and bite through the arms that are reaching down and like integrating computer. So my idea is like a success in the attack would be one of the arms gets taken out.
Sure.
Does that work? Okay. All right, here we go. If I roll well, that's the thing. 1 circuit in attack and 1 circuit in defense.
Okay. You do take off one of the arms, and you don't get hurt.
Yeah.
Yay. So, the one of them that had their arms in there that didn't get bit by you, pulls its arms out, and they reform into mostly hand-looking appendages, and then starts melting into the floor.
Gross.
Okay.
The rest start trying to run and get out. And the wall that you put up is being pulled apart by the ones that were outside.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. That was expected. Unless anyone else wants to act first, Alotrism will try splashing, aiming for about half the bottle of turpentine
Sure.
on
Splash
the
that
ones
turpentine weapon.
who are trying to
So-
sink to the floor.
Well, I like turpentine as a good idea, so I'm going to go ahead and let you just roll with your powers. The thing is when you are using an item or a weapon, you're not using your powers. So you're operating under the auspice of just your normal human power, which is 2 and 2.
Okay. Okay.
But in this case, I'm going to allow you to roll 4 because turpentine is a weapon and paint is weak against it. So you can roll 4 for attack.
Magical power of
thank you.
turpentine.
Well,
I'm sorry.
it is a plant product, but it is not from a succulent, so I can't even make the argument that I might have mystical powers.
Also, you
over
can't
the
talk to
turpentine.
dead things. You're not a necromancer.
Okay.
Okay, but I can prop lift. Yeah. Okay. You apparently do not raise succulents and are not familiar with prop lifting. Okay. So on
They're not
4,
technically dead.
kind of. Okay. All right. 1 6. Okay. 1 circuit on attack, 1 circuit on defense. Pluck. I got 2 pluses, which, and since I had a spare minus in attack, I would like to move that minus in to make 2 circuits of
Attack?
attack. Yes, please.
Okay. Well, your 1 defense negates their 1 attack, and
Okay.
you get that splashed out there good, and 2 of them just kind of like disintegrate slowly.
Okay. Good.
And because the paint is no longer cohesive, running up the stairs won't be slippery.
Okay. Yay. Excellent. So
Next.
Go team. Will I punch? Because I
Will you
can punch.
punch? You can
Yeah,
jump at people and do like flinging yourself out the door punch like a missile. You can throw things, or you can just keep punching. It's fine.
I mean, I am imagining the whole punch thing as me just jumping headlong into a group of them wherever there's more of them, and just doing that old-timey movie thing where there's like 50 of them just trying to swarm me and me throwing punches a la
Yeah.
I'm imagining the I can't remember the name of it, but it was in Super Mario 3, the Bowser one that had its arms just moving back and forth.
Yes, I love that. I'm actually imagining, but I cannot remember the actor's name. I remember that he was big and Italian, and he showed up in a lot of spaghetti western movies.
Clint Eastwood.
No, Italian. Actually, Italian
all
from
spaghetti
Italy.
westerns were Italian made.
I am so sorry. I'm having this huge memory lapses here, and I'm like, oh. But
That's a mood, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh boy, I'm gonna Google it by the time I have to punch for like next time.
Yes, please punch so we can get rid of these minions and move on with the story.
Oh,
Well, you're the one in control of.
I'm getting punched this time because
Control? Do I look like I have any control over my life, let alone anyone else's?
Okay, that is fair.
that's fair.
I mean,
I
You know
gradually
we
have.
love
pretty sleek right now. Like just to let you know, it looks like you are in total control just based on the window of you that we can see. So
Oh,
Yeah.
excellent.
I need a bit of help here.
Okay.
I have 2 pluses and a minus on attack.
Okay.
All nothings on defense.
Great.
And for plucks, I have a plus, a minus, and a minus.
You got 2 minuses and a plus in pluck, right? And you got 2
Yes.
pluses and a minus in attack. So you can make 3 attacks out of that.
Yes.
wow.
Yes. So I was wondering if I can put a plus and a minus on defense.
Nope. Well,
Okay.
you can only add. That's
Then
what
I
I was
have
trying to
2
explain earlier.
successful attacks, and I am taking dice out from my attack.
Okay. No, you're losing 2 because you didn't have a successful defense and they hit you for 2. So you're losing 2 dice, but you did
Okay.
3 damage to them.
I take 1 from attack and 1 from pluck.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Did you earlier say something about being able to assist each other?
Yes, but that's usually in villain fights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it couldn't be like Pomeranian is throwing a punch.
Oh, you can
and I'm
totally
like,
do a screwball. You can totally do a screwball special.
well, I want like my idea was that we could be like flying into battle together, and I could somehow like have her back. What? Oh, hello. There's a hand in my. Hey, we got a package.
Oh,
Whee! Okay.
ooh, presents.
That scared me a little bit. There was a random hand coming through my fort. Okay.
I was wondering about that random hand.
Yes,
And was it whether it was going to,
see it?
yes, and whether it was going to turn into paint or what? It was
So
I finally Googled it because I remembered the actor's Italian name, and it's Bud Spencer, for crying out loud. That's who I kept forgetting.
the well-known Italian surname.
okay, so in terms of helping,
Can I have a dice back?
you're still in combat.
One day we will finish this combat. It's fine. It's okay. We will finish it.
So
one day.
anyway, in terms of helping and assistance, you'd have to declare that you're going to help someone else at the beginning of the turn. Since the other 2 have already gone this turn, you have your turn to use up for it.
How? Because I was not very assertive about it. Like, I wanted to be well, but I guess Alexia rolled before I had the thought, so I'd have to say I'm going in with them before they roll.
Yeah. Also,
Okay.
Alexia's roll was about as good as she was going to get for the attacks. You would not have been able to help out with defense because all you roll when you're helping is pluck, and they can use your pluck to add to stuff.
Nice.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's good. That means I can actually help. I can help Lupa next time.
You could.
2 times the
throwing
murder.
things.
Yes.
It can actually it can be very, very brutal to villains when you've got a person with high attack and a person with high pluck. I was playing a Kismet at the time, I think.
Ooh, nice.
And we did some sort of combination over and over again, and the poor villain had no chance to do anything.
Yeah, I love it. That's a good team.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna bite some ankles.
Okay. Bite some more ankles.
Just leap in right behind punch and bite some ankles.
You're not even gonna throw in some claws. It's just all bite.
I mean,
wolf claws are not sharp usually. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, this is it's just doggo hands. You know, I mean, they're really squishy, so I probably could like leap through. You know, but I feel like the mood I'm in and the mood I was in when I made this character is very bitey. So I have 1 circuit in attack. I have all pluses in defense, but I also have a minus in pluck. So can I have 1 defense? One circuit.
Yeah, you can make a current with your pluck.
All right. I do it. I do that.
You
So I have one
bite the ankles.
Successful attack and 1 successful defense. I just get to bite 1 ankle per turn, and I'm happy.
So you get in there to try and bite ankles, but from the outside in, it looks like you're just tearing them apart, and the rest of them just kind of they're gone. It's all just a big pile of paint. You're not sure if Pomeranian is still there. You think that might still be one that needs to have its ankle bit because.
We do the thing where I'm shaking off the paint and it goes on Pomeranian, and Pomeranian shakes off the paint and gets on me, and we just keep doing that for a while.
Yes, and Alotrism was just like, "Hello, I have extra turpentine left over. Anyone want to be sensible?"
thing.
So
Electrism
end
has
of-
worked with these people before. She knows.
There's no sanity in between the
Yeah.
three of us, and it's fine.
it.
This is how
I
we
have
roll.
been so excited to play with you all. So good.
Okay. Well,
I would apologize, Shard, but I played Marnie for you, so you know what?
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I'm just trying
This is
to.
what you were expecting, though,
You know
right?
how
The
we
way you
exist.
described how this game was going to go, I had the impression that you wanted us to really just like lay it on
Have
thick.
fun.
With the,
You're supposed to lay it on thick and
Yeah.
have fun. That's the whole point.
okay.
Whether or not you actually save the world, that's
Yeah.
up to the time.
Yeah.
Do we even really care?
Subtract.
I mean, one of us cares about the succulents, one of us cares about the animals, and the other one of us cares about the art.
Mm-hmm. All the
Well,
important things.
why didn't you appreciate the Picasso art people?
I did. Again, I
With
want one at
fists.
home.
Yes. And appreciate
Sometimes you appreciate things with your fists.
exactly.
So
Now
each of
I
you.
am the Impressionist painting. I
So
am
each of
the Picasso painting.
Okay, I'm trying to rein this in now because I'm supposed to be game master. Bow to me, minions.
No, we're not minions. We just defeated those.
So you just defeated minions, which means you each regain 3 dice to whichever pools.
Yay.
And then 10 minutes from now, if you guys are still faffing about and not in another fight, you'll gain another die.
Us. Perfect.
Good God, I nearly
Oh, that's so good.
clown noises. I nearly subtracted a die instead of adding one, so
I did the same thing, but
Math.
it's fine now.
hard. It's not even math, it's just button clicking, but shush.
Button clicking still requires math to go from your brain to your fingers,
That's true.
which you have no control
So
over.
do we see like any of our like higher ups around here? Like, aren't there?
Nope.
If this is like a
This is your
secret-
mission. You got to figure it out.
Okay.
So you do know which servers they were looking into before they left. Investigate away.
Oh, good.
And so presumably the servers are attached to a terminal or an interface.
Yeah, probably.
Let's
Were
see.
they- Were they? You said that at first that the Picasso people were tied in. They were each happily researching on the computer. So can I just do the person
There is-
thing and look on the computers they were using?
No, they weren't typing on the computer. They had their palms up against the servers and had their servers, their paint melted into the servers to pull information out.
Disgusting.
That's gonna
Oh
be
God,
so hard to
I'm
clean.
grossed out, and I'm gonna turn on one of the computers. And
I will tell. I
I'm gonna
will
log
add
in.
this to the scene, whether one wants to try and get on the computers and look. They also were wearing overalls. The overalls didn't melt away when they melted out. So there's overalls sitting on the ground that you could search through if you wanted to as well.
I'm gonna go snuffle in them with my dog nose.
Okay. So you go ahead and
Okay.
roll me attack and pluck, and Molly, go ahead and roll attack and pluck, and Pomeranian, roll me a defense and pluck because you're grossed out. No, I'm kidding.
Yes, I'm fine with that. You know what? Sure.
Okay.
That's 2 successes on the attack roll.
So
I
you,
have no successes whatsoever on my defense and blood. Do with that whatever you want.
Okay.
You know what? Sure.
Okay. I have 2 successes on attack, one attack on defense, 1 success on defense, and then 1 circuit from pluck that can be allocated as needed. Or
Okay.
1 pair.
you both find information simultaneously similar. What you find on the computer is in that server, a file that's been corrupted that's you can't access the file, but the name of the file is the quantum pigment of pigmentation. And Lupa,
Yes.
Lupa, you're sitting there tearing up, snuffling around, and managed to actually tear the overalls to shreds because you're having fun with it and you're a dog.
Oh.
And you find a note that basically reads for whoever the further minions that's got little paint finger bits on it. The note says, "Find me the quantum pigment of pigmentation."
Okay. I'm gonna turn up to allotrism with the note in my mouth and hold it up.
Allotrism will pull out a dog snack from a pocket and give it to Menagerie. Just because
You're prepared because we worked together before.
Exactly. I always come equipped with everything. And so small.
I apologize for nothing when it comes to me faffing around in your games.
Oh. So it's all going a bit quantum here.
A little bit quantum.
Yes. Sorry.
So this group is apparently after the quantum pigment of pigmentation, and you guys know about this because you're allowed to know top secret things. There is a research facility where they are working on how to use the quantum pigment of pigmentation to benefit and make the world a more lovely place for everyone. Not sure how pigmentation will help, except maybe they don't know how it works yet or how to use it yet, but they're hoping for good things.
They could use it in solar collectors to increase efficiency and power the world to get us off fossil fuels, for instance.
That would be great.
Or
see, you guys know exactly what it's used for. I'm just the GM.
Okay, so we know where this is being researched then. So we need to presumably I'm thinking that we need to then notifying the security of that building is probably not going to be sufficient, but it might be polite. Just, hey, by the way, you're probably about to drown with a fist of paint being shoved down your throat, or whatever they do. Yeah. So I'm assuming that or at least my vote would be, let us repair to the dogmobile and hightail it over to this building while someone calls their security on a cell phone.
And let's call our bosses too.
Yes, good idea.
I should report.
And open to improvement or suggestions or
no, that's you. If you guys are calling your boss and heading over to the research center.
I want to while we're calling. I want also to just do a cursory glance, like a little look around to see if there's any of the paint people remaining or any sort of remains of them. Like if there's anything we missed.
There's just puddles of paint.
I'm just scratching with my foot, see if there's anything under the paint.
Yeah, dirt and asphalt and overalls.
And actually, since you mentioned that, it might be worth taking a sample of their remains just to see.
Oh, it's okay. I have the sample all over me.
The sample on you is actually slowly drying, so you can feel drying, and when you move, you get that.
Yeah,
You know what it's
my-
like to have dried paint
I
on your
use the
hands?
turpentine on all of my skin, but my
Don't
clothes
put
are
turpentine
still
on your skin.
well, sucks to be me, I guess.
Oh,
Sucks to be me. I'm currently I put it on my skin and I currently have regrets.
no.
But my clothes are still very pastel goth. But now they're starchy
They're
as
beautiful.
well.
Of course.
I have an idea.
Mhm.
Maybe I will turn into a bird and fly
Ooh,
to the place to do recon.
that's a good idea.
Um,
Yes.
It takes me a minute to do the transformation.
And we will.
And the
bring our
GM
back.
can decide if I have to transform back into a human first before
Mhm.
I do a new animal. But however long, like you guys can start, you girls can start driving, and then I will probably be faster by air because I can go in a direct
True.
line and then go and see what's going on over at the location where we're headed.
All right. Well, you do show up first, and when you get there, you hear. Actually, no. You see smoke rising from a suburban home, which you know is the location of the cover for the basement facility where they're doing the research. And you think, oh, the smoke's just coming out of the chimney, but then you fly around and the door has been bashed in. That's what you see from above. And probably 10, 15 minutes later,
Well, I would go then and find the car and do one of those cool things where I'm a giant condor right now. I looked it up, and condors, like the biggest bird of prey that exists, only weighs like 33 pounds. So I can be any bird. And so I'm just going to slam down on the top of as much as you can with 33 pounds, but slam down on the top of the car. And then like hold on to the top of the, wait, no. Is this gonna get into like secret identity territory if I'm on top of the car and I'm transforming back into a person on top of a car
Do you
driving
have a
down
secret
the suburban
identity?
street?
do you have a secret identity?
Yes. Yeah, so I'm not gonna transform while I'm on top of the car. I'm just gonna be a weird condor that's sitting on the top of the car until it arrives again.
Oh,
My idea was that I was gonna go warn them that the place is already breached, but now I've decided my decision is a bad one. So I'm just there on the car. But I'm hoping that you all get the message that because I've come back and landed on the car, that means the news is bad.
yeah. I
By the
suspect
time that you guys get there, the news is bad. You go ahead and go inside to see if there's anything left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will continue to be a bird and I will continue to fly around keeping watch.
I may or may not be taking mental notes for my next novel, but none of you know this.
And allotourism is, of course, scouting for the local greenery and succulents or slash cacti.
The person that set up this facility apparently really loved succulents. That's basically all that there is in the yard. There's no grass. It's just gravel with succulents. There's even a century plant.
Oh.
But that's in the backyard.
Okay, so I wouldn't be able to necessarily see that yet. But
I mean, they do grow pretty tall.
True. But
I just love the idea of that sort of huge aloe. Like, the like 2 or 3 meters tall, the giant ones.
Yeah.
Like what happens when you let an aloe just be? It turns huge.
Exactly.
Terrifying. I love it.
It looks when you get inside and go into the actual facility itself, the facility has been ransacked. The scientists that were there are gone. Presumably, they were kidnapped or ran away. But the primary chamber of the facility was a big magnetic field for containing this pigment, because if it was broken open, then it would just vanish and they'd have to search for another one. But that's missing. The piece that was that contained the pigment of pigmentation is missing.
I dislike every single part of that. I say in character at Elo and Menagerie, I'm like, I don't like this. I really don't.
And Miss Menagerie, you're flying around outside, keeping an eye out for things. As you're flying around, you hear a whooshing sound and it looks like a tree barely misses you.
Okay, like a whole tree.
Like a whole tree.
Oh, good.
And you flip around to see where it came from, and there is this this person in a getup that looks kind of like Woodman from Mega Man. He's just got stumps. It looks like he's got stumps for arm parts and leg parts and around his chest. And he's got this big visor, kind of like Cyclops' visor. And he shouts at you, "How you won't sorry. He shouts at you, "You'll never stop Mr. Paints. He's already started on the project to paint the world happy." And then he shoots another laser beam. Tree, that's what it was. He shoots a tree out of his eyes.
Tree, laser beam, that's so close together. Yeah.
Well, yes, he's shooting trees out of his eyes.
Of course, laser, tree beams. That's all they are. I mean, beams are often made of wood, so it's completely logical.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, Malia, you're a wonderful human.
Also.
No, you.
Let me finish my minor lieutenant monologue, because this is the lieutenant of the villain.
I'm so sorry.
Or the
wonderful.
lieutenant.
I love it.
I, Tree Beam, am going to stop you from stopping my master.
Tree Beam.
Oh.
I have tears in my eyes. This is incredible. Oh my god, that pun. Okay, all right. Okay.
Also, as you can
I'm
see,
gonna do a big old condor screech. So, to alert. Sorry, Shard, you go ahead.
Oh, also, he obviously can fly as well. He has flight, so.
Yeah, I figured. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do a big old condor screech. And then I'm not sure as like a very brittle boned bird am equipped to deal with this by myself.
You're a superhero. You're fine.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna be fine. Then I'm gonna attack him.
Have you ever seen a superhero that is weaker than a big strong villain lose? Like, come on.
Yeah.
You know what? You're so right. You're so right. Okay, we're doing this. We're scrapping. I'm gonna get my big old condor claws and I'm gonna go for his eyes, because that's where the trees are coming from.
And he is going to attempt to fly backwards and shoot another tree out of his eye at you.
Oh my god! You freaking love this.
I wish I could control trees. Oh, so good. Oh, that would have been so good.
It's good that you're.
Yes, sorry.
Reverse the polarity of the beam.
Yes. So instead of shooting, exactly the pole.
I didn't realize that would go over so well.
Okay, I have 2 circuits in attack and 2 circuits in defense.
Okay.
Wow, he's got 0 in both. So
Oh.
he takes 2 right off the top. I guess I'm going to have to get rid of some defense here.
Oh.
Poor soul.
It's okay. He'll survive.
Scratch his face.
Um,
He's just got a giant bird. These things have like a 6-foot plus
I know.
wingspan and just going right in his face.
So yeah, you're coming at him. You come at him so fast as he's trying to shoot a tree out of his eyes. There's a sound like a printer failing, and then he screams.
Yes. Oh, this is everything.
Yes.
Okay.
I hope that the people inside, that my companions have heard my bird screech and been alerted that there's trouble.
There's
Yes.
trouble.
There's trouble.
Yes. Pomeranian is gonna run towards Menagerie at
And
full. Well, not really full speed because she's not really that fast. She's the walking sort, but she's gonna sprint nonetheless.
speed.
It's just one of those. I'm gonna feel this later, but Menagerie.
Aww.
And do you need does Pomeranian need to roll for that, or is it my turn now?
I mean, if Pomeranian is attacking, unfortunately, they're flying in the air. So
Yeah, no,
being able
I'm
to reach
not
them-
gonna do anything cool. I'm just
Okay.
gonna walk outside to see what the hell is happening.
Honestly, I'm looking forward to when Aloe creates a slingshot and launches Pom into the air.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that would be my thank you for that lovely idea. That will be perhaps next round's action.
Sure.
I was thinking that Aloe would look out the window, notice what's happening, having been
See,
alerted. that
Aloe is sane.
Well,
Aloe's
Aloe
the
hangs.
Pretty mom at this point.
Yeah.
Aloe hangs
this
out with the
time.
two of you, so it's a relative thing. Look out the window, realize what's happening, and
Hi, Sammy.
instruct the local succulents to rise up as much as possible, growing as quickly as possible to try to snatch a tree beam out of the air, or at least hold him.
Let's go ahead and see if you get him while he's flying around, chasing or running away.
Oh, that's not a good roll. Not a good roll at all. Okay, we'll start with the worst. Defense got nothing.
Okay.
Just all blanks. For attack, I got
Sammy, where
2
are you?
pluses and everything else blank. For pluck, 3 pluses and 1 minus. Would like to move the minus up to attack, please?
Sure. So that
And
would give you 4 attacks?
that would give me 1 attack.
Oh, okay.
Because
thought you had-
I had 2 pluses and 4 blanks
Okay.
in attack. So that was a bad
I can't
roll.
keep things in my head and I
Oh.
can't see it. So.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. I mean, I could share it in Discord if you want. If
No,
that would
it's
make it
fine.
easier, but okay.
You know
Okay.
what you're doing.
It's bold of you to assume any one of us judges for that.
Yeah.
So
Yes. Who was
he
this,
only
Sammy?
had 1 defense, so you are able to get them to reach up and try to grab at his foot, but it misses as he flies by.
Okay. Well, at least it's adding a complication to his life. So
Oh yeah,
I'm
that's-
fine with that.
Definitely. All right. Not that anyone's looking, but on the next comic panel, you can see the tree beams that he's already launched. They just kind of fade away into nothing
Oh,
because he's a
Aw.
blaster. He's blasting tree beams out of his eyes, but they're not actual trees. because he's not a summoner.
They're like illusionary trees. They're just beams
No,
that take
they
the
are
form
force
of
beams.
trees.
They are force beams. They
Forest
pack
beams. Okay.
force.
Oh.
This guy's an absolute perch.
Yes.
Oh, so many puns.
I wish I could explain how much I love this guy.
I know.
Yes.
It's giving me life. It's giving me so much life. It's given me my happy juice, happy brain juice for the rest of the month.
Yes.
Same.
Okay. So he is continuing to do things, flying around, trying to take out your only flying person or person capable of flying because animal. What are you up to? First, since this is the top of their turn again, is there going to be any assistance from one person to another?
Yes, I want to assist in the things that I'm gonna scream at Menagerie to try and bring the guy here so I can punch it.
Come here.
okay.
So what you want is
no.
you want Menagerie to basically lead him into your line of punching, and then you're going to jump up and punch him in the face.
Mhm.
You cool with that?
Smile, Alexia.
So, okay, I had an idea,
we can
but
just tag
it might
team,
take
like-
too much time. Can I grab onto him with my talons and then transform? I know it takes a round to transform, but can I like hook into him with my talons and then change into a chimpanzee as I'm hooked into him so that I get heavier and like can like try to take him down?
Or
Interfere with his flying.
or is there a heavier animal that you could?
It's a
I
bear.
can only my limit on my I could just turn back into a person because my limit on my powers is that I can't change into anything that has a higher mass than my original body mass. So I can only be like the heaviest that I can be is my own human form.
Yeah.
So I could, but it would be up to Shard to say if I'm allowed to hold on to him long enough to do that.
So
okay.
It's a complication. You would be able to lower him doing so, but he has the power of flight, and because he's the same level of hero as you guys are, so each scene, once the scene is over, however you were restraining to help someone else do a thing, they get out to be able to punch. It gets narrated that because you're not going to ever be able to hold someone captive and let them get beat up. They always are able to act back and forth.
Okay, that's fair.
In terms of being part of the narrative, you can do that and grab him and try to get him lower into the ground so that someone else can attack him. But once you hit the ground, something's going to happen. Like you hit the ground hard and you roll away, etc. It's action style movie. There's no. This isn't team up on someone and punch them until they talk kind of thing. This is not gang stuff.
Okay. So maybe it makes more sense. I'm sorry, Sammy really needs love right now, so she's gonna be in the camera the whole time.
How do you think
we could?
This needs apologizing.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Okay, so maybe it makes more sense for me to. I know, I love her very much. Maybe it makes more sense for me to just attack him again, and try to like incapacitate, or get him closer to passing out so that we can get him.
So you can get him.
Yeah, can take him in. All right, I'm just gonna try to attack him with my bird claws.
So here's the thing in terms of trying to do as much damage as possible to someone. How much pluck do you have?
2.
And how much attack do you have?
6.
So, Alexia, how much does Pomeranian have?
I have 3 attack. No, I have 5 attack and 3 pluck.
You have 3 pluck. So, in terms of assisting, it would be better for you to assist Menagerie, because
Okay.
you can offer more pluck while she offers more attack.
I'm in.
So you can get
Okay,
more
that makes
success
sense.
potential out of that. So when it
Okay.
comes to assisting, in terms of strategy, work with the characters that have more pluck and have them assist the ones that have more attack and or defense,
Okay.
Good to know.
depending on the situation.
So hi Sammy. I'm wondering how the assist will work in this particular situation since I'm up in
So
the air.
if you're wanting to attack him again and you need assistance,
Mhm.
something along the lines of you fly low, pretending like you're running away, and as you get close to where Pomeranian is, she reaches up and grabs at his feet while you turn around and try and claw at his eyes again. Something like
I
that.
love
That's
Should we do that?
I'm so into this. Yes.
Okay. All right.
you don't
Freaking
have
yes.
to use my ideas every time. I will offer them, but that's the kind of ideas that
Mhm.
you
I
want
like
to try and
it
think of.
because
Yeah.
since we're new to this system, I think that it's nice to have
That's
input
fair.
from somebody who's played it before and like has an idea of what's possible.
Yes, I
So,
agree.
For superheroes, everything is possible.
I love it. This system is so fun already. Oh
Oh, no.
no. Okay. Okay, so please help me with the pluck because I have 3 minuses on attack and that's it.
So we
I
need
have
some
one.
three-
I have a minus, a plus, and a plus.
Okay, so I can get 2 attacks from that, right?
Yep.
Hey, so helpful. Okay, and one defense also, 1 successful pair in
Heck yes.
defense.
Well,
We did a murder.
We did a murder together.
Even if we didn't have murder, we did a punch.
he takes a damage and does no damage to you. He's also not rolling good.
He's having regrets.
He's having
Not
regrets.
to my roll.
All right, Molly, what you doing?
Okay.
Sorry, what is Aloe doing?
Okay. Let's see. Let's see. He's damaged at this point, but because I'm torn between trying to snag him again with the plants and immobilize him, or instructing the local cacti to start shooting spikes at him.
Spike sounds fun.
Then let's mix it up and go for spikes. Then, just
Hey, I know you like your spikes. That guy is a predator, and if you don't kill him before he lands on you, he's probably going to hurt you. So if you just build up some pressure with the water that you contain, and just shoot those spikes in that direction.
Yes, really, really fast,
Aw.
please. Yes,
Nice.
Yes, so I think I would like to encourage the local cacti to attack at least to shoot out the spikes on the side that is facing Tree Beam. No, they can keep the others. So
God, I
rolling.
really
That's
keep
so
thinking
generous
somebody's
of
gonna
you.
say Treebeard.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Oh.
going to make a tree beard someday.
Oh, fabulous! I
I would
have
love that.
2 successes in attack, 1 success in defense, and then 1 circuit or thingy. Oh God! No. I'm sorry. Just saw chat. Yes.
So he
I forgot where I was going. with that.
a couple of the cactuses they really do listen, and they listen real hard, and you see the ribs where their spines are kind of thicken as they fill with fluids, and then the entire row just and so there's
Yeah.
spines along the dirt, there's some spines sitting in cars and along houses, and there's a bunch of spines pinning his legs
Okay.
as he flew by.
I love that. That's like a machine gun, but made of
Yes,
plants.
So cool! I can't believe it. It's so awesome.
Yay.
Mint,
This is
International.
so much fun.
mint has a nice ring to it.
It does.
Okay, he's not happy about that. He's when you did that, he tried to shoot a tree at you with his eyes, but it just landed next to you and then disintegrated. And he's just cursing because, ow.
I can just as a bonus action, kind of non-attacky. I would like to encourage some of the local plants to make rude gestures at him.
That's fine.
Okay. Thank you.
How does a plant make root? No, I'm not even going to ask. So
Literally adding insult to injury.
Yes.
Oh my god.
all right. Where is? I got to remember. See, the problem with me taking notes is I have to actually read them to remind myself of things instead of just making shit up.
So I have a question while you're looking. So this is interesting because it doesn't work on initiative the way that a lot of systems do, where it's like each of the players gets a chance and then the villain gets a chance to go. It's the villain can only react to what we do. So basically, it's only the players who have a chance to act, initiate
Correct.
action.
Cool.
That's cool.
So when we get to the actual villain fight, the way it works is you've got your turns. At the beginning of each turn, the villain can make something happen, do a thing, and if no one is fighting the villain and they're busy fighting minions and or another lieutenant, if the villain is not being bogged down or attacked, there's certain actions they can take, basically doing damage to one or all of you. No, one of you, without any consequence to them. At the same time, if there's minions involved in this big fight, if no one fights the minions and are all concentrating on beating the villain, everyone takes a damage from minions being there to do damage to them.
Okay.
So when it comes
it's
to
like a boss
villain
battle
fights,
in a video game when you have little things that pop out. Okay.
But I promise I won't make it too difficult unless you guys are having too easy of a time.
Are we having too easy? I think we're pretty well matched right
Yeah,
now.
we're having a very good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately my lieutenant's just rolling like crap. So who's up next?
Okay.
He's still flying around shooting beams at you guys. That's what he's doing.
It's not the guy's fault that he's incompetent. It's fine. It's all fine. I want to use my secret identity to just hurl the ugliest, most pretentious insults at him. Because I am a novelist, I should probably know some extremely pretentious insults.
Roll. You're not going to be using attack in this case. You're going to be rolling your secret identity, your defense, and your pluck.
Yes. So I got a plus on my secret identity, 4 pluses on my defense, and for pluck I have 2 pluses and the minus. I'm going to put my pluck on the secret identity so I can have a circuit, and then no circuits on defense. I'm taking the damages.
No, you're not taking the damages because you had 4 success. Was that 4 pluses or 4 successes in defense?
No, 4 pluses. That's why I'm taking the damages.
All right. Well,
I only have 1 success on my secret identity, which is all of my success, all of my secret identity, so to speak.
Your vicious mockery
Yes.
Your vicious mockery
Vicious mockery.
definitely hurt his feelings. And a tree punches you in the face because you were too busy mocking him. So you take a damage.
Oh my god. She's just in this like pretentious pose delivering this searing criticism and just
This is just me in real life, I swear to God.
You know, if we never get to the end of this, I'm happy that you guys are laughing.
What end?
Oh, this is so much
Oh,
fun. I
yes.
like genuinely I already want this to happen again because this
Yes.
is incredible.
Yes, this is so much fun.
Oh, we have
Oh,
Mercury.
we got a Mercury. It's a kitty party. Okay. I would like to see my friend get punched by a tree and have like just an angry screech and go in for another attack.
All right, bring it.
Thank you.
Yeah. I will bring it.
Granted, he is getting weaker.
I
and weaker.
will
No.
not bring it. My only success is one pair in defense.
Well, that one pair in defense saves you from a tree to the face yourself. And as he realizes that his aim's off and he's getting weaker with you guys shooting him up with cactuses and clawing at his face.
Yeah,
He
he's
actually
got a
flies-
lot of small scratches that add up to a lot of injuries.
Yeah. He flips on his back and shoots off in a specific direction, flipping you off. You'll never stop Mr. Pates.
No, we flip other people off. Not okay.
Wait,
And
so is he just like sailing away backwards, flipping us off like Pete?
Yes.
yes, he is.
Yes.
I'm going after him.
So I'm going to allow you to chase him, but you won't be able to
Yeah.
attack him. And he's going
Okay.
to slowly pull ahead because with flight is fast, and that ability allows one to escape from combat without any. But because you are able to turn into a bird, you can chase him to see where he's going.
Yes, that's my intention.
Okay. So, in light of that, we'll be moving on
He's a
to the
very
next
angry,
scene.
large bird chasing.
So you're getting really tired because you're not used
Yeah.
to using these muscles, but it takes like an hour flying. And you finally see him fly into a massive radio tower that has big ol' satellite dishes on it, pointed up at the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And around that tower, you see the first minions that you fought were mostly humanoid. They looked like people.
Mhm.
Their faces just weren't proper.
Mm-hmm.
These ones look more like ideas of people and animals and monsters. They're like ever shifting ideas in an artist's mind. I mean, you get it, Lupe. You have an
I
interesting
do.
brain.
I love the idea that they're stickmen.
Some of them are. Some of them are stickmen. Some
The
of them
idea
are-
of people. XKCD stickmen.
So in this fight, you can describe them as whatever you want to, but they are bigger and have more. Instead of the bright, happy colors of the first ones that you fought, these are more darker, like violent colors. But they still have smiles when you get closer. They're smiling very happily.
They're just happy violet colors.
Very happy.
This is my exact kind of like suspenseful horror aesthetic. I just want you to know that. This is great. Okay, I will observe the location of this evil base and then go back to my companions to tell them where it is.
And like all good evil bases, it must be massive and completely obvious. And why hasn't the government stopped them?
How did we not know this was here?
How did you not know this was here?
All right, so I'm gonna like come back and condor swoop out of the sky like, and come down and land. And can I use the time it takes to fall? No, that might be too long of a fall. How long is a round? Can I like stop being a bird in time that falling to the ground will not hurt me and like land as a human and be like, there's trouble?
You're totally going to do the 3-point land?
Yes, the superhero land.
Exactly.
The one that's bad for you?
The one that's bad for you, but it looks really cool. I want to do it.
You can do
punching a hole in the surface where you're landing to.
Exactly. And the like.
And you do this. You do this. You shift out of bird into human, and you land in that, and you land with your fist in a mud puddle, like squishy mud, so that it looks like you made a hole because you don't have super strength.
That is true. It is just my human strength right now.
But because it's a soft bit of mud, it looks like you broke the ground. You also got the mud on your face.
Pomeranian is
that's fine. It makes me look cooler.
And with
you
the mud on your
condition impressed.
Yes.
With the mud on your face, Elatrism just pulls out a pack of wet wipes and hands it over to you without sort of shaking her head.
Do you also offer her a doggy treat even though she's a human at the moment?
No, but I will ask if she needs any like food by the foot or anything, just replenish the glucose that she's probably burned.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So,
Band-Aids?
So there's
I have Band-Aids.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! Take all the things and just like holding the supplies in my arms. Just like tell you about this horrible. There's this tower and it's covered in horrible paint monsters, and they're really scary. They have these like genuinely evil grins on their faces, like they look so happy that it's suspicious. And the tree guy flew right to it, so I know where we need to go next. I can take us there.
Fabulous. I would suggest possibly if there is a hardware store on the way that we stop there and purchase water guns and as much turpentine as we can carry, at least for me.
Hell yes. That sounds, yeah. I could turn into an octopus and fire 8 guns at a time.
Oh,
if you need it. So
see, if you were being an octopus trying to shoot turpentine, you will get to use your superpowers because you're being an octopus.
Yes.
Yeah. So I need at least 12 water guns.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
I'm in. I mean, I can do it manually too, but turpentine just seems easier.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
manually,
because the turpentine won't last forever. It's just sort of, and then we move on to the punchy bit.
You could always, drink or put a shot of turpentine in your mouth and then give them a kiss of death.
Oh, that sounds like we'd both die.
Yes, that does not. Oh, flammable too. Oh,
yeah, turpentine is flammable. Also, paint is flammable because these were oil based.
Oh, but we have to remember that we need to get out as well, and only one of us can possibly.
Also, paint is toxic when burning.
Also, we need to retrieve the quantum color, whatever the hell that is.
The quantum thingy.
Yeah.
The thing that's gone a bit quantum.
The color.
Yes.
The quantum color theory color quantum thing.
Oh. feel so left out that I don't have a cat on stream.
It's
And my dogs are
Oh.
asleep.
We're the no cat group. It's fine.
Okay.
Well, maybe
You
if
can
you'd chosen
share
to be
our-
a cat whisperer instead of a plant whisperer.
Well,
It's,
Yes,
it's
but I'm-
okay. You're whispering to your doggos.
okay. Yeah, well, yeah, they're ignoring me. They're asleep right
It
now.
doesn't matter. They're wonderful 24/7.
They are. They are.
All right, so you guys are getting loaded up in with turpentine and then heading out.
Hey, kick.
That's unless anybody has further suggestions or better ideas.
I would like to know what kind of a vehicle you actually drive.
Well, firstly, whose car is it?
I imagine
Is
it's yours. I think it's a plant mobile.
Okay, because I was
I
thinking,
wanted to. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go.
I had an idea. No,
Tell
you
me.
go. It's your car. I was going to tell you what your car looks like. I will be quiet.
You may like it better, or that may actually be a much better idea because I was going to go with a Citroen.
I don't know what
kind of-
that is.
Oh, yes.
Giles drove one in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Do you remember
I
his
was
car?
I was gonna say Mystery Machine, but painted
Oh.
with pictures of
Okay.
succulents instead.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know what.
so, like-
but you can have a Citroen.
No,
It
actually,
can be
the-
both.
Okay, the front of a Citroen and the back of a VW van, which sounds like a really cursed
Horrible
combination.
Yes,
Yeah,
perfect.
That's perfect.
Okay.
And
That
the back,
checks out for us, though.
the back needs to have those doors so that whatever animal I am,
Yes.
you can each open one of the doors and I can pop out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, then and the van would definitely give us all space as well because the Citroen would be very cramped.
I mean,
definitely.
it would absolutely be on brand with the fact that we actually are three nerds.
Yeah,
Like it would
but I
functions
like the
would be
mashup though.
insanely on brand. Yeah.
It would be horrible.
It would be
oh,
it would be extremely us though.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
a crime, but a nerdy crime.
a beautiful crime. A beautiful nerd.
No, you guys fight crime. Okay, you fight crime.
Okay, but this was a benign crime.
Benign crime.
Yeah.
Benign Crime is the name of my punk band.
Yes, you fight
Oh.
fire with fire, you fight crime with other crimes. Exactly right.
Yeah.
You know, it's so handy that I have such a...
Usually I type this in messages, but since I'm running things, reminder for everyone, hydration, stretching if you need to. Also, meds if you take meds, and this is about the
There's
time.
so much cat hair in my coffee.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
it's extra fiber though.
Yeah, I'm so excited about it.
So yeah, I will probably need to refill the water at some point.
I actually have a water bottle, like a 2-liter bottle next to me, and it looks horrible,
Nice.
but it
I
does
have an
its job
entire
very
pot
well.
of tea sitting
Heck
next to
yeah.
me.
Wow,
Very
that's a beautiful
fancy.
teapot.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's pretty.
Friends, if you remember...
Lula
His
drops
character's
of a
name.
fur ball. I have like a layer of Sammy hair on me right now, so it's possible that'll
perfect.
still
Was it-
happen.
Was
You're
it Lupa
LARPing.
coughing up the hairball, or was it Miss Menagerie?
Exactly.
You're LARPing
Oh,
as
no,
Miss
that means
Menagerie.
she's
Heck
gonna-
yeah.
She's gonna like cough up a paint ball at some point.
Ew.
Oh, but true.
Oh, well, better out than in. Definitely.
Yeah.
All right.
True.
So you guys finally get there. It takes you. I mean, it took Menagerie an hour to fly there, and then an hour to fly back to where you were. But driving is not the same. It takes you about 3 hours to get to this place.
Road trip.
And
sorry. I'm not.
that's excluding the shopping for turpentine water guns.
Which would probably technically melt the plastic.
I was wondering that.
Yeah.
This is not the real world. Physics don't work that way.
Cool.
You can have
Okay.
turpentine water guns.
Fabulous.
Hopefully it'll be fast enough that it won't have
Yeah.
a chance.
Yeah,
So
I
we'll just
don't
say
know
that.
why we keep expecting it to not be weird.
I love the rules in this.
Yes,
Used to systems
exactly.
that are like that would not be physically possible, and in this, it's like I don't do whatever you want.
Yeah.
This is
It's great.
we've got superheroes that can talk to plants, can turn into animals, and pick up trucks. Okay,
But you know, the
so
laws
why
of physics.
not have plastic that is every day that children play with be immune to turpentine or acid?
I mean, honestly, that's a lot less dangerous. So I'm in.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, it's not plastic with turpentine. It's plastic that's immune to turpentine.
Yes.
Okay, so
Super plastic.
So you know, it's not
You get-
terrifying.
you get there, and the sun is slowly edging towards the horizon. It's getting close to sunset, and out here, outside the lights at the top of this tower, there are no lights. So the stars are already forming and almost visible, are visible with, you know, the lessening blue sky.
Okay.
And
Are we just driving right up to them, or are we?
are you just driving right up to them? Are you driving through this amassed army of minions? Are you?
Oh, okay. Well, well.
Um.
There is this tower is a little bit different than normal radio towers in that there is actually a facility inside it that looks like a building where things get done. It's probably 4 stories tall, and there's a big, real thick cable coming out the top, leading up into the dishes at the top of the tower.
I love the aesthetic of this tower.
I know.
Just I don't know. I don't even know if Alexia, love the aesthetic of this tower, or Pomeranian Punch, novelist and occasional nerd, love the aesthetic of this tower. You know, I'm like,
It's in the middle of the wilderness on top of a cliff.
the stars,
So good.
the freaking stars are in the backdrop of this giant tower, and like you have this cable that goes to this giant dish, and you have this whole Spielberg scene of like freaking cables towards the satellite dish that I can help from imagining that it has some lights on around it, you know, and it kind of looks like a little bit of a spacecraft. And on the upper side of the radio tower, there's this little red light, and every single part of that is on, and the backdrop to it is just this gorgeous dark blue sky that's full of stars. It's
It looks like a very beautiful painting, but it's an evil painting.
yeah.
I'm very excited.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
you mentioned a sea of minions also, though. So there's that's happening. How far does the sea of minions extend from the tower?
A thematically appropriate amount.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No. Yeah. You're right. Yes. That checks out. I am gonna climb on top of the car and be an octopus and get my turpentine guns out.
Are we sure?
Are you guys going to totally gangster this and just try to drive through them?
I
And
was just about
two
to
of you are going to shoot outside the window, and the other one's going to be.
I'm just prepared for whatever happens.
How do I say this?
Because
Of course.
Because are we sure we want a frontal assault on this? I mean, could we maybe not make a distraction by, I don't know, attacking the cable that connects the tower and the satellite dishes?
You could always go and climb up the cliff? Because there doesn't look like there's minions on the cliff part side of the.
Or
I can't offer Joe climb the cliff, but I can offer to punch my way through the minions onto the towards the cable and attack the cable.
okay, less
I could climb the
distraction-y, but
cliff.
also you could fly.
Yeah, the rest of you can
comparatively
actually climb the rock and stuff, but I can't. So leaving that to you.
I mean, if you flew as a small bird and then retransformed once you got close. I mean, I'm not saying this is what we should do. I'm just sort of thinking out loud here.
No, yeah, give me the
and
idea.
then-
You all gain another hit point back because this has been taking forever.
You shush, we're having fun.
Picky.
No.
Jeez, passive aggressive. Okay.
I passively aggressively gave you a bonus.
I know. How rude. Oh, good night, Val. Take care.
Night, Val.
Oh, good night, Val.
And
Yeah.
okay, and while you were doing that, I could, or allotourism could either create a further diversion by encouraging plants to cause a ruckus elsewhere, or perhaps try to encourage some of the flowering succulents to just sort of ping their flowers off at high velocity. There would be low mass, but also high speed, so could help do some damage to the cable as well.
I'm imagining it's something very similar to.
Like little tiny pellets of
Yeah, no, I know what
hail.
you're meaning.
Yeah.
It would look very similar to the cacti doing their thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Over time, it could be a thing.
Yeah, or at least it could help distract the minions from what you were doing. From what.
So we're assuming we need to attack the cable. Is that what I'm?
Well, my thinking was if we attack the cable, presumably it's something important, and it will get people's attention, and we will then be able to enter the base more easily. And of course, Menagerie would already be there, but would hopefully be able to escape and rendezvous with the other two. It's just an idea for.
It's such a good
Could
idea.
I be
Distraction.
a sneaky snake and get inside
Also good.
and like open the door for you?
Ooh, that would be cool.
Shard, can I do that?
I'm not sure why you're asking me if you can. I mean, you can turn into a snake, right?
I'm gonna be a sneaky snake.
You tell me what you want to do. I make you roll, and then we see if it happens.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but this is the best thing in the world.
I'm used to systems where I have to constantly ask the GM, am I allowed to do this?
Exactly.
And so I'm getting used to the idea of being able to just be like, I'm doing this.
Yes.
Freedom.
Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure
Freedom.
if Fishy would be able to handle this kind of freedom.
Oh.
I am not sure we could handle the kind of fishy freedom.
Obviously, you guys are having a hard time dealing with this freedom. So maybe Fishy
I
is
am.
completely right,
Yes.
and there needs to be hard and fast rules to answer for.
It's so much fun though. Like it's definitely a different vibe from
Yes.
like we have
Yeah.
serious games where there are crunchy rules, and then we have this where it's just pure fun and chaos,
Yeah.
and we can
Yeah.
just do whatever we want. So
And-
it's a different
yeah.
type of game, but it's just as good in my opinion.
Yeah.
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 And there's enough rules to it, too.
Yeah.
Because, like,
Yeah.
you have the rules for it. You don't, like, I still don't understand Fiasco. I read
never
it so
tried.
many times.
Yeah.
I read the
Um,
rules and I watched, like, 4 different groups playing it.
Mm.
Hmm.
Please
So-
don't
Don't
be-
understand it.
Back to the game then. You are planning
I would
to.
like to add sneaky snake over to the cliff
Now I
and
have a
then
question.
go
I
along
have a
the cliff.
I have a question about your powers. You can't turn into an animal that is bigger than your mass. Does that also
Right.
mean you can't turn into an animal smaller than your mass?
What I'm trying to do is like it can be smaller but not unreasonably so. Like I could be a condor because a condor is big, huge, even though it's 33 pounds.
Right.
But I don't think I could be like a tiny sparrow.
Okay.
So the kind of sneaky snake that I'm going to be is a big old boa snake.
Okay.
Ooh.
Big long
I
anaconda
wanted
snake.
to clarify this. Because
Yes.
when I
Yeah,
think of
I'm
sneaky snake,
trying-
I think of Gartner snakes.
Well, see, yes, that would be more sneaky. But I'm trying to play, but I'm trying to not have the what's it called? The leaky thing that's in the rule
Oh,
book.
the
Oh,
Creep.
power creep.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I'm trying not to let the situation dictate what I'm able to do and trying to be more careful about like, okay, this is the power set that I have. What can I do in this situation with that? So
Oh, you could turn into a
sneaky snake.
capybara. Technically, it's a rodent, and rodents have high stealth skills, right?
See, I thought about being a mouse, but then I was like, no, I think that breaks my own rules that I put on my powers. So I think
Oh.
I think a snake.
Snake makes
snakes
sense.
are good at climbing. So I'm gonna go on
ahead
the cliff. I'm gonna be a cliff snake and go in the thing.
Okay. That would be an attack and pluck.
Okay. Ooh, okay. I got 2 pairs.
All right. You get up the cliff and you get to the door. No one's noticed or seen you yet. You're going to need to make another attack
Okay.
and pluck just to see if you can get the door open.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So wait a minute. Can I do this? No. Well, 2 successes.
All right.
Do my
You just
snake
get
coils.
your tail up there and you randomly push some buttons on the door, and apparently it's the code is the code is
this works
tree.
so. Oh my god. But okay, so snakes have the heat sensors on them. So I could put my nose up there and I can sense the residual heat from the
you don't pull
fingers
your
touching
nose
the
up there.
button.
You lick you lick
Yeah,
the buttons.
I taste the buttons with my little snake tongue to figure out which ones and the
The
subtle
least
differences.
heat one
in-
is the first one. The next heat one is the next one. Okay, no, that's
exactly. That's how
See,
the snake figures
you
out
just-
the code.
you just rationalize something that.
I love it.
And I use my little snake booper to boop the buttons.
Boop.
God.
But the door slides open, and there's actually no one in there. And apparently, it slides open quietly, and it's not in view of the minion army that is out front because the door is in the back. Now you need to get the other 2 over there without incurring the wrath of the minions.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the whole without incurring the wrath of the minions because, I mean, Pomeranian Punch is trying to do a distraction thing in the sense that she's gonna go ahead and attack, like, the cable.
Oh no.
In her
And that's
own
probably
way.
why they don't see this giant ass snake getting in their door because they're looking at.
Like, she's trying to divert some of the forces towards her, so the other ones can have the chance to to act, like for the van to go through. She's like just she's trying to divert some of the forces so the van can.
So, is Pomeranian going to be grabbing a tree and uprooting it and throwing it at the cable?
That would be cool.
I want her to grab a giant stone.
Okay, stone is better than tree because you don't want to make the trees unhappy.
You could
One that
lift
and
up the car and throw the no.
Not my car.
You did through the door.
No, I mean it's
Over the
insurance. I just
Wait.
finished. I just
I
made the
would
last
allow.
payment on
I would
that.
allow for that, and then Aloe would need to make a driving roll to see if she lands and is able to skid behind the building without being seen properly, because obviously cars don't break when they get smashed into things.
I
When those
I-
things are made of paint and can slick, you know.
Are you okay, Molly? Are you doing okay?
I don't think any of us are doing okay right now.
I am brilliant. I will tell you that. I'm so happy right now.
Okay. I mean, I just made the last payment on the van, but yeah. If I mean,
It's
you make a
okay.
good
I
point
can
though.
pay it, hun. Don't worry about it. I just got my installment from my latest novel. Fine. It's all fine.
It's just
Okay.
gonna get a new paint job from plowing
Yeah.
That
through
is-
the paint
And
creatures.
just a few
All right.
repairs, but it's gonna be okay.
Fine.
It's gonna be
So,
okay.
so you are throwing the car.
Yes.
You
Sure.
don't have to
Well-
do this plan, by
Oh,
the way. I will tell
I
you.
don't.
I just threw it out there.
Ha! I get it. I see what you did there. Yes. So sorry, but yeah, no. I love personally out of character. I love the plan. Aloe is basically like, how do I keep getting myself into these things with these people? I need new partners. Oh God! But yes, let us throw the car, and
Don't
what the
worry,
hell,
you're
Aloe
gonna
will-
be okay. I'm gonna
Aloe will be
sure
in.
you're gonna be okay.
Okay, that's
In your own way. It's gonna be fine.
your own way.
I was
And
just
you can
empowered.
grow plants, right? So you can grow
Oh.
some succulents on
Oh,
the
no.
other side. And I'm gonna try to throw the van on
With
the
me in
succulent.
Don't squish the not
Don't
on
squish the
yeah,
succulent.
not on the succulent. Well, okay, I could
The point
encourage the
was-
succulents.
So
Okay.
there's something.
Actually, I could encourage the succulents to catch the van then, and to
That's what I wanted.
basically go
Thank
boing,
you.
boing. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So-
Well, sorry, that gesture was
Pomeranian, you
Um,
need to roll for throwing the car van thing, the vehicle.
Yes.
car van thing.
And are you intending to get it over the heads of the minions, or are you trying to smash minions along the way? I need to know because it's either going to be an attack on the
Did you just
minions,
explode into paint?
or if it's just trying to get them over and then try to distract them.
I want to get them over and then try and distract them.
Okay. This is not going to be stealthy, so you're going to have to start punching immediately upon throwing the car.
I don't know why you would think that I would ever choose anything stealthy.
Hey, no, I understand. I understand. So go ahead and roll me an attack and pluck.
I would like to mention this. I don't know what on earth
There's
makes
a
you think.
reason why Buckler sends you 3 out, because you get the job done, even though it's ridiculous. Maybe
I
they
got
want to keep
to,
you around base.
my attack succeeded. I have a circuit. My pluck has 2 pluses, so nothing.
Mhm.
But on the upside, I have a success.
You have at least a success? Okay, great.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're airborne. Unfortunately, the trajectory is slightly off.
Oh
You've got
God.
like a wobble. So you know when you throw a frisbee wrong and it just wobbles? Granted, you're not spinning, you just have a wobble. So the landing is going to be a little bit rough.
You just have
And-
regrets.
So I'm okay.
Fine.
Not spending.
And I'm going to say that you're going to be rolling. No, because you were actively prepared for this. No, this is going to be defensive driving, defense and pluck.
Okay. Oh. All right. Okay. Well, for defense, I got 2 minuses, 2 blanks. For pluck, I got 2 blanks, 2 pluses. So
2
squished
successes.
together. Yes.
So you're able to coax the plants into filling up with water and like opening up some holes what they usually use for breathing oxygen and allowing for when you hit, we'll squish some of the water out, but it won't hurt them too much.
Good.
And
God, that's adorable.
yeah, you're able to land okay, even though there was a wobble to it,
Okay. Yay.
and you don't seem worse for the wear.
Nice.
Miracle.
You're probably holding on to the wheel, like, because the cliff is literally 2 feet away.
Oh, oh no.
You're gonna see you have the wherewithal to look at the doorway. You're gonna see a snake poking their little snoot out and waving with the end of their tail.
Like, hello, you could have come over here.
Yes. Hello.
Well, now
Oh
you
my
tell
God.
me. Okay. Fabulous. But, good job. But 30 seconds earlier might have been helpful. Don't know how that would have happened. Okay.
The snake manages to shrug without shoulders. You just know that the snake is shrugging.
Very good. Yes, that wordless little boneless wiggly shrug. Where'd that go? Oh well, not sure exactly.
So, muted for a second. Totally looked like I was listening, though, right?
Oh yeah. it was extremely subtle. I never would have noticed.
I mean, I don't have a very expressive face. I understand. Right. So the tree beam lands on top of your car and shakes his fist at you. And attempts
which is a stump, right?
Yeah, it's a stump.
Okay.
And in shock, Aloe accidentally turns on the windshield wipers instead of anything, doing something useful. Simply because I would do that myself in a real person.
The horde of minions glanced back at the car as it was flying over, dumb enough to not watch because it's probably going to go over the side. Hold on a second. Yes, dear.
I thought that was part of the game for a second.
I'll be right there.
Okay. Wait. Yeah.
I will be back in just a moment. If you want to get water real quick, that's fine. It'll take me like 30 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, let's have a
Yeah,
self-care break then. That's what
Yay.
Self-care. There's actually, I should let her.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be back.
It has
Hold
been
on,
about
let me
2.
do the thing.
Yeah.
I need water that isn't
Yes,
covered in
Yeah.
self-care.
Yeah, this is
Yes.
hydration happening simultaneously.
Yes, I shall be right back. Assuming that I'm doing this correctly. Who knows?
Also, I just finished my art for Pomeranian Punch, which is what I was doing during the session.
So, that was less.
Hi, Shard. We're taking
I don't understand.
this
I don't
self-care
understand
moment.
how people lock themselves out. I don't understand.
Well, the thing is, it takes a very, very particular set of skills. And that set of skills is forgetting your keys.
This is why my keys are always in my jacket pocket, and I always wear my jacket when I'm leaving the house because it's cold outside.
Yes, but sometimes, hear me out, sometimes you change your jacket. And it's not, it's too warm outside. for the jacket.
Mhm.
Okay. So while we're taking a break, and I'm being schooled on the fact that it's okay that people lock themselves out of their houses.
I mean, I am not speaking from experience. I would never lock myself out, as
See-
evidenced by the many. Oh, sometimes you just don't find your keys.
See,
Oh.
Sage, I cannot curse myself to do anything. I am constantly challenging the universe to
Mhm.
bitch slap me, and
It's just waiting for the right opportunity. It's
you know,
lulling you into.
at some point, wherever I am is going to turn into a large crater, and I feel sorry for the other people around me.
You brought it on everyone. We'll see.
So while we're waiting for Lupa to come back, does anyone in chat have any questions about the system, the game, or anything like that you want us to talk about or answer? I always love the pause while waiting for Twitch to catch up and then someone to think, do I have a... Nah, I don't have a question. Maybe that question's silly. And then...
And while we're waiting on Jory, I'm going to.
I was about to ask
Oh,
if there's a level up system in this, because I read the book thing, but I didn't find any, and I'm like, because but I didn't read the DM section, so I cannot vouch for that. So I was about to ask about that. Like, is it strictly a one-shot system?
It is strictly a one-shot system. It's meant to be played in a couple of hours. I mean, we've only been playing for 2 hours, and we are getting really close to the final fight. So,
which is what is this a first for Int?
Maybe. Honestly, this is the fastest I've gotten anyone to get this far in this game, because usually I put in a whole bunch of excess, complicated BS, and every time that I've done so, I've been reminded this is supposed to be straightforward and simple. So I tried really hard to make it straightforward and simple today.
I don't understand the concept. What does straightforward and simple? What is that even a thing?
Kind of like not forgetting your keys.
Yeah, that's not a thing. That's not a thing. That does not exist. I do not believe it.
In terms of the game mastering, there are, it's very simple. Just the idea of how to create a villain, which is what ends up giving you you create the villain with a theme and an attitude and etc. And then that gives you an idea for what the villain is trying to accomplish, which then you set up in 5 scenes. And then you've got the first scene where you get attacked by minions and then learn something and then go off to investigate that other thing and end up being attacked by a lieutenant, possibly a lieutenant with other minions, but that site has already been destroyed, or whatever was supposed to be there is no longer there, kind of a thing. And then during the lieutenant fight, you learn the name and potentially part of the plan for what the villain is up to. But you basically will get some sort of a clue that will lead you to the base or wherever the final combat's supposed to happen. Then you've got the outer circle, which is minions stage 2 and potentially lieutenant. And then once you get inside, it's villain fight with whatever is at his disposal.
I love how how do you call it? How straightforward it is.
I thought you were saying more.
I had the moment of, did I lose connection? Yeah, no, because I played Monster of the Week one shot a while ago, and I find that more complicated, even though the system is more, I want to say bare bones, because it's more rigid. Like, you have those playbooks, and you're kind of limited in them.
Yeah, but you do still have a bunch of playbooks. The reason, so my friend Steve, when he wrote this, wanted it to be quick and playable in one session and easy for the players to throw a character together and for the game master to throw a game together. It's not supposed to take, like I said, I threw this together in half an hour. So it's not supposed to take forever for it getting set up. And you're supposed to be able to build the characters and play the game in a few hours. Granted, sometimes it goes off the walls and people will just faff around because that's what we do. We're role players.
Yeah.
But that's the intent. And
I mean,
with the,
honestly,
I'm
actually
having an amazing time.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I might actually torture my real life friends into playing this.
you're welcome to.
It would be a perfect like party game, honestly.
Yeah,
for
yes.
people who
Hi,
have never
girls,
played
if
before.
you're listening.
Exactly.
So if you read the first portion of it, it is free to use and to distribute so long as you are not intending to make money off of it. It is purely to have fun with and play with. And he's got all the play things that inspired it and what he's used in the credits and whatnot. So, yeah, obviously you should have downloaded it from Discord because I put it in Discord. So you are welcome to use it and run it for your friends if you wish to.
Please send your friend a big thank you.
Yes.
Sure.
Like,
It is.
Tell them that I
Tell
owe
them
them my
that
life.
We're having, we're
Yeah.
having an
As it-
amazing time.
As it says on the cover, it is beta 5.1. So
Very good.
Well. Yes, and it does have a few typos that I've noticed. So,
and the art isn't done with it. So yeah, there's a number of things. Also, some of the way that sentences are written can be written a little bit better.
Yes.
Pass along notes that I would be happy to help with any of that.
If you want to pass along notes, you can, and I will pass them on.
Oh, thank you.
Same.
That would be great.
I am also offering to help because it's so good. It's so
I love it.
Let's
Sorry,
see.
I'm gonna post my my little Pomeranian punch on Discord.
Oh,
Okay.
fabulous.
Yeah.
Do that.
I
You
was,
know what?
I
was wondering. I
all
knew
of these characters.
Yes,
knew
that's what
that
I
you-
was doing.
I know that you tend to draw while you're playing, but I didn't even catch you or see you drawing this entire time. And I was like,
so sneaky.
I regret nothing.
Nor should you.
Exactly.
all right, so one of you is being swarmed by minions. The other one is staring at a cliff and a flying eye tree person. And the other one is inside the door or just waiting outside and seeing that tree beam has made a dent in Aloe's hood, which is probably making Aloe mad as soon as she notices the dent.
Oh, yes, it will.
It's so good getting it
through
thrown.
the air didn't, but
Seriously. Okay. Have we all gone for this moment in time?
Yeah. This
Okay.
is combat. Everyone's gone this moment in time.
Okay.
All you've got right now is the lieutenant and minions.
Okay. Cliff is in front of me, correct?
Cliff is in front of you.
I will jam the car in reverse, and floor it.
yeah.
To do what?
Well,
So that he
partially
goes-
to yes, partially hopefully to at least get tree beam off my car or off my vehicle.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully, if I'm thinking that there may be some minions behind me that I can see in my rearview mirror,
That's
and
fair.
would like to
So
splash.
you're attacking the minions
Yes, with
with
my car. Yes.
Attacking minions with car.
Not one of my superpowers, but
Are you going to be whispering to the succulents underneath your car that they might want to
retract.
pull it to the
Yeah.
ground, and not get dug up?
Yes, that I would like to do that as well. Thank you.
I will allow you to roll on superpower because you won't have much grip in terms of trying to reverse quickly if you're doing it on plants. And so once you get in the dirt,
Yes.
but you're also being nice and keeping your friends safe.
Yes. Okay.
Aw.
Thank you. Then rolling and one success straight off on attack, one success on defense, and then one pair in pluck. So let's add that to attack, if possible.
Oh, this is awful. How dare thy?
Die what?
I was talking
Dice.
to my dice.
Oh. How dare thou?
How dare thou? How dare thee? How dare thy?
How
I
dare
said
thee.
thy because
Yes,
it sounds
thee.
better.
Thigh is possessive, unless
I-
you're spelling it THIGH.
No, THY.
Okay.
I possess the pain.
Okay. How dare thou? How dare thou? How dare... Would it be thee or thou?
Okay,
I don't
it's
remember.
fine.
Okay.
Don't worry.
No idea.
It's all
I'm pretty
fine.
sure it would be thee.
Yeah. That feels better. Yeah. Sorry. I digress.
Okay.
As is my wont. Shocking.
The reason that they're called succulents night is because they are the kind of plant that actually holds the fluids, the water, in the leaves itself instead of in the stem. And so they have fleshy, pulpy leaves and are big, thick, and some of them have kind of a rubbery texture. Aloe vera is a succulent. There's
Jade
a number of
plants.
cactuses that are succulents. It's hard to really think of the really big tubular cactuses, I can't think of their name, as succulent, but they technically follow the same rules even though they don't have leaves.
Yeah. Well, the needles are specialized leaves, I believe. I think.
Okay.
I could be wrong about that, but that's what I have in my head. Yeah, and jade plants, Escherichia, is that how you pronounce it?
I don't
The
remember.
little,
It's
the symmetrical
Yeah. The,
ones. That gesture made no sense, but I was shaping the little fanned out.
I thought you were changing your DNA so that you could turn into a plant.
If I could, I would. Trust me.
yes.
Yes.
All right, so the minions do 1 damage to you as you back into them, or
Okay.
they get it 1 attack success. I don't know if you have any defensive.
Well, I have 1 defense success.
Okay, so then they don't actually hurt you as you bounce into them and splatter them. How much attack did you do?
I had 1 natural and then 1 from pluck.
Okay.
So a total of 2.
Do.
Thick plant boys.
Big plant boys. Fair enough. Yes, agave is a succulent, as is the century plant, which is basically a giant agave.
Which you did give us earlier, but I didn't make use of it. I'm sorry.
You can have it make you some tequila later.
Okay. Yeah, that requires extensive sweet talking. Of the
Literally.
plant. Yes. Oh, no.
Oh, Jesus. So you went ahead and smashed some minions with your car without getting out. Who's next?
Well, how was tree beam?
Well, you were
torpedo?
he just flew off.
Okay.
He hovered off while you, and then dropped back down.
He did. Okay. All
Okay.
right.
He's got his arms up like this, like what you gonna do now? Trying to taunt you into running him over.
Not running toward the, toward the cliff. I'm not that silly. But okay, but I will blow the horn, which will play La Cucaracha at him.
Fair enough. Okay. Now you've got the attention of the minions as well, very much more than just the few that you ran into. All right, who's next?
Okay.
I think Alexia.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna punch. My name is Pomeranian Punch, and I'm gonna punch my way to that. No,
You're
I
gonna
was at the table.
You're gonna juice all of these monsters and people and stick persons.
I don't care. I don't have sanity rules, so whatever.
Oh.
You know what? You don't make me roll for sanity. I'm gonna be as zero sanity as
You are
I.
going to paint. You're going to paint this place with their blood.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let.
They're evil. We know they're objectively evil, and we're objectively good.
And I
We
have.
know this. We know this because someone can smell evil and taste evil. So
I have
Mm-hmm.
failed both my attack and my defense.
you got nothing.
I got nothing.
Oh no.
Great.
Nothing.
I got nothing either. You're good. You
Well,
just you go in to punch, and that's when they turn their heads and bodies to face the car that's doing the cucaracha, and your punch just
Sorry.
misses, and you're like, what?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I love that. We just did a Jackie Chan. It's fine.
All right.
Sorry.
I'm trying to decide if I should
The
sneak
die
snake
or the die?
deeper into the building, or
Okay.
if I
Please wait
should
for
come back
us.
out.
Don't
You should-
die.
That's what I'm
Bill.
thinking.
Just to give you a helpful hint, there is consequences to leaving someone unattended or unguarded. So in this
Okay.
case, there are two people fighting minions, and there
Yeah.
is a flying dude that shoots trees at people, not being fought.
Okay.
But being
And
hung.
we'll get a free surprise attack on someone if he is not fought, which means I can roll to attack and you don't get to defend.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do a really acrobatic snake leap and try to go around his legs.
I love the idea that he's basically your nemesis at this point.
Yeah, I know.
So what you're doing is something along the lines of the snake in Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm that snake. I'm that snake right now. Ooh, and I got 2 successes and 1 defense. Two successful attacks and 1 successful defense.
Keep track of that number because I need to change my roller just for this. I'm gonna have to change
Okay.
back and forth. What was his stats? Where did you go? You stupid. There you are. Don't laugh at me.
We're not laughing at you. We're
Laughing with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does my face
I
look
was
like you're
laughing
laughing?
at the silliness
Oh.
of calling him a stupid blank.
So what was yours?
2 attacks and 1 defense.
Cool. He does 2 attacks and 2 defenses. So
Ooh.
you miss because one of the branches from the tree that he shoots at you as you're flying at him clips you and throws you on the ground.
Okay.
So that's 1 damage.
1 damage. Okay.
Yeah! Solid hit. No damage.
Okay.
All right.
It has to be a little challenging or else it's not fun.
Next round, he actually flies in front of the door and smashes the keypad and the door closes.
No! I just did all the sneakies!
And then
Okay.
then he floats in front of it waiting. The
It really is my
minions,
nemesis.
the minions kind of start pummeling at your car and trying to start pummeling at Pomeranian. All right.
Oh, hell yes.
Bring it.
Bring them on.
All right. So,
That smile, Alexia.
oh, that's an adorable smile. Just like I need to punch things.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's suitable that one could whisper to cactuses, like in Rango, you've got the ones that walk because they're looking for the water. I can't remember what they were called, but they walk along the ground to try to get to water. So I'm wondering if you can actually convince a plant to uproot itself and crawl along the ground and smack minions about.
Yeah, that would be lovely. Actually, I was thinking about convincing some to uproot themselves and fling themselves at. I just want to call him Treebeam.
Okay.
Basically, basically the thorniest and most sharp-leaved ones.
Fair enough.
And
I want to see a cactus go flop, 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 like a Whomping Willow cactus.
Oh,
Just gonna
yes.
spear shit.
Okay, that actually would be wonderful. Yes. Okay. Question: can I encourage the plants while I'm also flooring it in the car and steering? Not very well necessarily, but well enough to keep me moving, but not going off the cliff.
Sure, but that means that I am going to take advantage of the fact that you're still in the car and moving to try and launch your car off the cliff with you in it.
Oh my.
Okay, fine.
If I hit it with a suitably strong enough blast from an I-beam, granted he's distracted right now, but I would totally want to try.
Then I would totally like to try launching myself out of the car if that happens, and trying to grab onto the edge of the cliff. But so we have a backup plan.
I'm sitting here imagining you driving around in circles, trying to run people over while screaming at the plants to do these things out the window.
Pretty much, that's it. Like, just do it, you morons! Just come on, up. Go hit him, please. Come on. So yes, I would like to do that, please, and roll standard dice.
Yep.
Okay. Oh God.
So you are trying to attack Treebeam, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And any of the minions who stand in my way.
You can only choose one or the other.
Okay.
You can't.
Okay. That's fair. Then yes, driving toward Treebeam. No natural attack successes, one natural defense success. And then for pluck, I got 2 successes, like 2 sets. So I would like to move those to attack, please.
Okay, so the pluck sets don't count as sets. In order for a set to be made, you take a plus from pluck and move it up to attack. So if it matches up like that, then that's fine. But you can't just add them.
Okay, well then, since I had 3 pluses in attack and 2 minuses in pluck, then moving those 2 minuses.
That would give you 2 attacks.
Yeah, essentially the same thing. So
okay. So you had 2 attacks and 1 defense?
Yes.
All right, cool.
I'm dead.
No, you damaged me, but he does launch a tree at you, and it smashes through the window and clips your shoulder, so you take a damage.
Oh, okay.
But he is currently being swamped with various succulents, particularly a cacti that's getting over over something. I can't think of the name. There's a word for it. Over enthusiastic, yes.
Oh, sort of like like Hulk, the Hulk smashing Loki, like back and forth and back and forth. Yeah, okay. I approve.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Next.
I'm gonna punch.
Mm-hmm.
I love that that's just the. It's very simple. It's very well. It can be effective.
Look, my superpower is that I'm strong. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use my superpower to be strong.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I could do cool shit like just I'm gonna grab this giant rock and throw it at these people, but I mean I could. Now that I think about it, I could just take a rock and throw it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Go bowling.
You know what? Yes, I'm gonna bowl with these idea of creatures. I'm gonna grab a rock and I'm gonna throw it at them.
Amazing.
I swear to God, I'm sober.
I love it. I love that that's a thing that you have to clarify. Like, you're just so happy on life right now.
Look, there have been allegations in the past. I have needed to clear my name before.
Okay. Your name is cleared. You're not
Thank
drunk,
you.
but you are punching.
No, I'm throwing a rock
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
into the mass of writhing body horror
Okay. Roll.
abominations. Yeah. So I have. So I have one circuit on attack. No, I have 2 circuits on attack and 2 circuits on defense.
So only one on attack?
2 on attack because
Two?
I forgot to use my pluck.
Cool.
With my pluck, I have 2 and 2.
Apparently, you were just too far away for them to try and punch or scratch you. So,
I just imagine that they're like, what the fuck is this person doing? Why?
they
Why?
don't think, they just do.
That's true. Which, me too. Thanks.
I can
Kill them.
identify with that. Yes.
All right, menagerie.
Okay, so I'm going to. Can I try to bite? Ooh! Can I try to bite? Tree Beam's ankle, and like wrap my snake tail around something like a rock or something to try to hold him in place, like grapple him.
You can do that,
Yeah.
but he won't be grappled for very long, as this is cinematic.
That's true. That's true. But the aloe plants and the cactus things are right there.
Yeah.
So if I hold him still, then the plants can like have a chance to.
In
get
which
him, right?
case, that would be you assisting Molly next time that Molly attacks.
Okay. Should I? Okay,
So
I can hold.
that would be fine
what
if
should
that's if what you're looking for is to try and wrap yourself around and grapple. Then your next turn would be to assist Molly.
Okay.
Would that make sense?
Okay. So I should hold it. And
No,
and roll.
you
at that
still get
point
this
for-
turn because you're rolling to attack, to grapple and bite.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I'm saying in terms of what would fit, then next turn when we get to the next round, when Molly acts, you will be assisting because you're grappling.
Okay. All right. Deal. That sounds good to me. Yes, I got 2 successful attacks and 1 successful defense.
He's not having a good day.
Oh no, I'm glad. He's bothering me now.
He is getting
All right.
a little annoying. Yes.
He is very frustrated at having the snake around him and is trying to get it off because he can't shoot himself without crushing his own leg.
Uh-huh.
All right, back at the next round occurs. What's Aloe doing?
Okay. So let's see, menagerie. What is it called? Menage now. Wrong thing. Thank you so
I
much
could
tonight.
hear that.
Yeah.
Menage a tree.
Menage. Yes. Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Okay, so
Notice straight face.
that's very impressive. Yes.
Oh, incredible.
Okay. What was I had a thought. There was a thought. Okay. Yes. What? Oh. This is wonderful.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am handling this perfectly fine. All they need to
Sean
do.
is doing an amazing job.
Yeah.
Yes.
The time.
All right. So you are going to do a thing.
Okay.
You're going to beat some wood.
Sorry.
I'm not even going to cup. I'm not responding to that one. No. All right. So, okay. Menagerie was going to be assisting me by attempt
Yes.
to assist me by
Menagerie will be rolling pluck.
Okay, and we're going to grab try to encourage the local cacti to grab and do the Wumpy Willow thing.
Okay.
Or as I like to think of it, the Hulk ragdoll thing, and beat the snot out of him.
All right.
Ideally, at least
Both of
that is
you
the
roll.
intent. Okay. And okay.
Okay, help me figure out how this helps. So you give your thingy.
Okay, I have one natural attack success, and then I have 2 spare minuses, and from pluck I have 1 plus that I can bring up to make 2 successful attacks, or 1 successful attack, no successful defense. Well, I have nothing in defense.
I have plus in pluck, so do I get to add that to the attack? Is that how that works? That my plus can go pair up with one of the minuses in the attack?
Your plus can pair up with one of her minuses in her attack, and if you have minuses, same thing. Your pluck operates the same as her pluck. So basically, whenever you roll
the 1 plus, that's the only I can help. But I can speak words.
That's good, because if I move the 1 pluck, 1 plus pluck plus what that thing from pluck to attack, then that makes 2, and then I have a spare minus, and then that would make us 3 attacks with no defense. But I have dice to spare, so I have loads of dice points.
All right. So what was total then? That was 3 attacks?
3 attacks, no defense.
All right. Yeah, he did nothing. So,
Nothing?
he's being thwomped around. He can't shoot straight.
Oh, he did nothing. Okay. I thought you said that.
Hey, your planties are good.
He's looking real beat up. Pomeranian, you gonna do some more punching, or are you gonna try a kick this time? Just to throw something different out there? No, you're probably.
Look, I did something different.
Oh, that's right. You threw a rock, which is the same thing as punching. You punch
My
them
name
with
is
a rock.
Pomeranian Punch. If I kick, I ruin my brand. I'm gonna lose all of my ad sponsorships. Okay.
All right.
But no, I want to get to that goddamn freaking cable.
I know you do.
So I'm going to continue to go towards the cable. And this time, I'm not going to punch. I'm just going to shove them out of my way.
Okay. Attack them. Also, the cable is, what did I say, is 5 stories high? So the cable is up a 5-story building.
Well, I have a successful defense.
That's it? Yeah. These dice. Okay. Roll again. I'm gonna have us roll twice if necessary to get better rolls, just so we can get some more action in here, because it's gonna be slow if we just keep rolling terribly. So go ahead and roll again.
Got a success and a success in attack and a success in defense, and I am happy because I have a success in both.
Yay!
Yay! They didn't successfully hurt you,
Yay!
but they are slowing you down. It's like,
I mean, I am wading my way through an army, so
if I'd made them
end
out
of
of
the job.
if I'd made them out of cotton candy, you could eat your way through.
Yes.
You don't eat sentient cotton candy.
I don't
Wait,
know
what
if
happened to the
Pomeranian
water gun?
Punch would, but
Oh, that's
Alexia
right. Well, we're saving those for the well, we're not actually. We forgot about them, yes. But retconning, we are saving them for the big bad.
Speaking of,
Oh God, I'm reminded.
so on this turn, the end of turn, Tree Beam kicks Menagerie off and stumbles backwards from the beating and just shoots off at the sky, terrified, and is gone. And he's running the F away. And then you hear a toll from some speakers outside the building, and all of the mooks stop fighting with you or trying to hurt you. And there's a big old door on the front of the building that opens up, and all of the mooks march inside. They form themselves into more soldier-looking shapes and march inside. And then you hear from the speakers, welcome. I guess you are my nemesis for today.
I see you're as jaded as my soul.
You are going to be too late. As you can see, the sun is setting, and the sun is halfway down into the horizon now.
Oh, dang.
When darkness truly falls, the sky will be forever changed. And as he's talking and monologuing, you are welcome to go to the front of the building, to the big door, to whatever.
Yeah,
See, I am tired of all of the humans around here making the trees unhappy, and I figure I can get rid of them using the quantum pigment of pigmentation. What I plan on doing is repigmenting the sky to only allow light through that feeds the trees and plants. Unfortunately, all human life will die because they will no longer be able to produce vitamin D and be happy anymore. So the humans will die of sadness, and the trees will be happy.
Who am I? Allotrism would like to point out in a very loud voice. You are aware that vitamin D can be synthesized in a laboratory without using light waves or plant or animal.
Unfortunately, there's not enough synthesized vitamin D to keep the people making it happy enough to continue making it. Don't worry, I have other plans.
Well, as long as you plan ahead.
In this world, the vitamin D cannot be synthesized. Let me do my thing.
Okay, okay, just reminding you, I am also...
I am a comic book genius and thus have done all of my research and know exactly what I'm talking about.
You're also in the GM seat, so you can decide anything. Okay, I would like, since I remembered the squirt guns, I would like to snake over to the car and remind everybody about the squirt guns by coiling up around them.
Mm. Yes. Oh, yes, excellent. So, but we don't actually see.
If you go around to the front, you will see him.
Okay.
So I am probably seeing him.
Yeah.
Are you going to punch him?
Mr. Paint is...
I should mention that I'm really bad at geography.
Mr. Paint has a very quintessential, one of those white overalls that painters typically wear. But the paint splotches are organized and pretty and look like they were intentionally painted that way to be pretty, not that he got it messy by painting on something. He wields a giant paintbrush as a weapon or a tool. You don't know exactly. But there's a slight sheen to his skin. I'm not going to tell you what that is until things happen.
It's
Linseed
turpentine.
oil.
I don't think so. I don't know who Paste Pot Pete is, Druttercup. Anyway,
Paste Pot Pete.
Rogues Gallery.
Oh,
they're trying really hard for us not to finish this fight before and end this properly. That's what they're trying to do. Here, we're going to have this fight, and we're going to have the first one shot to end in one day.
I don't believe it.
The one time they let the kids loose.
Yeah. Okay. I get to be part of this.
So
I would like to use some of his monologue time to become an octopus.
that's fine. You are now Octopus.
Okay.
That's not fair, Drut. That is not fair. That would, oh my goodness. So you can try to stop me, but you have to get through my minions, and through me, the the timer's already set for an appropriately intense amount of time.
You're
I would
aesthetic.
like to awkwardly octopus crawl while holding all of my squirt guns, my loaded squirt guns, and I'm
will.
going for him. I'm
know
going
what?
toward the
Octopuses actually are fairly agile on land. There's some.
They are.
Oh
They
man,
can go all over the place. They
yeah.
can do anything. Octopi,
Are
octopuses,
terrifying.
however you do the plural, they
Mhm.
can open
They're
doors.
scary.
They can
Mhm.
open jars. I
Yes.
am a sentient octopus right now, and I'm going after. I have all of these squirt guns full of turpentine, and I look really. I would probably look more intimidating if I weren't small, but I'm
He's so
going.
cute.
Knight
though.
Knight was playing an octopus in Eclipse Phase.
Yes, that's
Craig!
right. I
I'm channeling Craig.
know.
I'm
All right.
going in.
So
Okay.
boss fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ella will
I
go
don't have
to-
any appropriate boss fight music, but I'd like to think that he's got the speakers playing Highway to Hell.
Okay.
I want to aid. First up, I want to aid my octopus friend. I want to aid my octopus friend by distracting this guy.
So who is being attacked then? Who's doing what? You've got villain and you've got minion.
Yeah, my I want to distract the villain.
Okay,
And
so
the minions too, if need be. I'm just gonna do a
so
taunt.
you're aiding Menagerie. And
Yes,
how,
I'm aiding Menagerie.
How are you going to distract Mr. Paint?
For
Are you going to throw
for
Menagerie
one.
at him?
No, I'm not gonna throw Menagerie at him because Menagerie has a ranged weapon. 8
Menagerie
of them
has
impact.
8 arms and is a ranged weapon. Like
That too, but
Okay.
also
But-
turpentine.
But Menagerie
Um,
is small enough to pick up and throw.
Yes, but would it? I don't want to bring Menagerie closer to the line of fire if need be. Not if need not be. If not be needed. If it is not needed. That language hard.
so. I imagine then your attempt to. I imagine your attempt to help is to throw something at him to get him looking at you instead of her.
Yes! Thank
Okay.
you, yes. Because the guy doesn't have eyes on the back of his head, I hope to God. But since the guy isn't a beholder, probably.
He's
maybe.
wearing a hat that has eyes painted on the back of the hat.
I knew it.
Oh.
Hey, that was your idea. It was a good idea. I liked it.
Yes, I love that idea, but also it's so aesthetic, and I hate how much I love this guy. So basically, I want to distract him. I want for the guy to look at me.
You roll
So-
pluck.
Sure as heck.
Octopus, roll your attack.
Okay.
I'm guessing
I'm
you're
just
just trying to squirt at him.
At him, well, I have to choose between him and the minions, huh?
Yep, that is true.
I'm gonna shoot at him because I feel like that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. I have, let me see. That's 1, 2. I have 3 successful attacks and 1 defense.
Oh, that's right. I don't get pluck anymore. That is lame.
You have no plucks to give?
You have no
Oh,
plucks to give?
actually, I can, because of pluck, I can do 2 defenses.
Also, you
Thanks.
get pluck from Alexia.
Oh yeah, do you have,
So I have a plus and a minus.
I actually don't. You do. Okay, so I can actually
Plus.
then have 3 defenses. Yes. Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so you have 3 defenses.
And 3 attacks.
Oh, Jesus.
I did a good one.
Yeah, he got 1 attack, so he tries to fling paint at you using his giant paintbrush, but it just misses. And you you get turpentine in his eyes, and it burns, and he doesn't like it. Also,
Yeah.
also, you messed up his tastefully painted overalls. Like, how dare thee?
Oh yeah, because the turpentine would be like stripping off some of the paint, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I got him.
You're a
I got him
jerk.
right where it hurt.
Oh man, that's all right. Molly,
Take that.
what's Aloe doing?
Okay, I missed most of what everyone else was doing, but my plan was to grab a couple of water guns out of the car and run toward the action, water guns blazing, as it were.
Are you going to be helping with the villain, or are you going to be trying to manage the minions?
I think at this point probably trying to manage the minions so my companions don't get attacked from behind.
Fair enough. How are you using your powers to assist you in either moving or fighting the minions?
We encouraging the local plants to trip up, I almost said zombies, the minions, and basically impede their progress, make things as difficult as possible.
Okay, let's roll to fight minions.
Okay.
Minions do nothing to you.
Okay.
These
like that.
minions are really dumb.
They're
Well-
minions. It's their job.
Their job is to beat you up. God, I need new minions.
Okay, so I have 1 natural attack success, and then 2 blanks and 2 spare pluses. In pluck, I have 2 spare minuses, so I would like to move those to attack, I think, for 3 attacks.
3 attack? Okay, excellent. I shouldn't have told you that they didn't hurt you before you made that decision.
That is true. Yeah, it would not have really changed my choice because I have. I mean, this is presumably the last fight. I have dice to spare before I lose consciousness. But yeah, but yes, thank you though for that Sneak.
Mr. Paint spins his paintbrush like a quarterstaff and then dips it in another color because there's just a bunch of paint cans, more like barrels, in front of his little stage dais.
Ooh.
With the countdown up above and a big red button behind him, because obviously there's got to be a big red shutdown button.
Of course.
Obviously.
Yeah. Can we target the paint bucket or barrels or
Environmental stuff you can target to do whatever with, but if you're doing something like targeting the environment to make something functional for someone else or change things in the future, you are not fighting the minions, or so there's potential for them to get sneak attacks on you because of that.
Okay, that is
Which
fair.
is fair, but
Yeah. Okay, good to know. Not saying we should do that necessarily, just knowing what the
also
possibilities.
in Golden Age comics, when did the heroes ever stop punching the bad guys? Like, if there's a bad guy to punch, you punch the bad guy.
And you were complaining about my punches.
I'm not complaining. I am just merely admiring in a snarky
Good.
way.
Aww.
Good. Because Pomeranian just punches. It's her shtick. Her job. Leave her alone. It's not her job.
So it's next turn.
Okay.
Who is doing what? Is there going to be more helping assistance, or is there, like, what's going on? Who's going first?
Okay, last turn, which one of us fought the minions and which one of us fought the bad guy? I can't remember.
They're both bad guys.
It was us.
Yeah.
I was octopusing toward the guy and shooting, and then you were helping distract him so that I could get better.
Yeah, it's my brain just.
Yeah.
It took me a
is.
second to think about what was actually going on too.
Have mercy on me. Okay, then I am. Anyway, this time I'm gonna switch it around and aid
Oh.
Aloe.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hard.
Okay, so that means that I have to decide what to do now. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So we're fending off minions. What? Oh God.
Chrono. What? Okay.
I'm trying to think here. That's not.
Okay, we need to not look at chat. I'm gonna
Yeah.
just not. That's just gonna hide down there.
Yes. I'm putting it on my other monitor.
You're too
so
funny, chat. You're too
Yes.
funny. You're interfering.
It's extremely distracting.
This chat just so good.
I mean, it's
so
distracting in a wonderful way, but we.
Yes.
So what? Are you gonna continue fighting your way in through the minions, or
I think, yes. I think that would be probably the most grown up sort of solution. Let's
Sure.
continue, and Aloe is
yes, I got
theoretically.
some. It's it. Maybe. Oh. I should not speak out loud.
Hey.
No, that's fine. Okay, so yes, I am continuing on encouraging the plants to, encouraging the succulents and cacti to impede the masses as much as they possibly can, working my way toward the tower and the big bad, and turpentine guns blazing, probably yelling bad puns that I can't think of.
It's
Yeah.
very much. This looks very much like a Lethal Weapon scene,
Yes.
Yes.
except with paint and turpentine.
Yes.
And brightly colored plastic squirt guns. Don't forget.
Yes.
That's an
Exactly.
important component.
Yes, and when actually at some point I should probably pull out the lighter, and although that would probably, when things are about to run.
Let's
I will do.
not set ourselves on fire.
Yeah, I'll hold
now.
that. I'll hold that
Yeah,
until.
this building is full
Yeah.
of paint at the moment. That would be very, very dangerous.
But superheroes always escape from explosions.
Oh, of course they do.
Yes.
Yeah,
They
but let's
escape.
douse the main building in turpentine before setting everything on fire.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Fair enough. So I have to tell you how I rolled now, don't I?
Yes.
Okay. One success attack.
Fantastic.
You
You
have-
take.
Wait. Well.
Patience. Do you have any pluses?
Oh God, I have many pluses.
Perfect. I have 2 minuses.
Okay.
Yeah, but you weren't helping her.
I was. I said,
Yeah.
I'm a milk yellow.
Alexia was, yeah.
Yeah, she swapped.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
said that I'm swapping just because,
being
She's
the helper.
nice that way.
Because you wanted to confuse me. I understand.
yeah.
Okay. Well, then that will. I will not take advantage of the cackling that you did earlier and move everything.
Please take advantage of any sort of cackling.
No, not you, Shards.
Okay.
Cackling. I will make that 3 attacks
Okay.
and 0 defense.
So you take 2 damage
2 damage.
as the mixture of turpentine and paint lands on you and starts to burn your skin a little bit.
Fair
Ooh.
enough.
Gross, but
Okay.
out.
Well, it's
Because they're not very effective at punching her. It's a very dangerous thing to work with.
It's exfoliation, chemical
Yes,
exfoliation. That's it.
that's some pretty harsh exfoliation right there. All right.
Sometimes you need something more
Thank
hardcore to get rid of that dead skin.
Exactly. Yeah. The ground
right.
in dirt, the dead skin cells.
Your
But
turn,
you could
Menagerie.
probably use aloe to,
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just an octopus. I assume can't yell, but if I could, I'd be doing that classic shooting the rest of. I assume I don't have all the turpentine in the world, so I don't know how many rounds I have. To
Honestly,
shoot
the turpentine itself is not damaging him. He's not made of paint.
Okay. Aw.
He's just upset.
He's just
About
getting
it.
very upset and stressed and very unbalanced.
And you did get
so-
it in his eyes.
Also,
Could I
you did
shoot
say
it?
you felt very
Okay, so
bitey, and I'm wondering why you're shooting instead of
yeah.
biting.
well, I thought that the paint guys would go down because of the turpentine. So if I see that it's not
The
really
paint
doing
guys,
that much,
yeah. If you're shooting at the minions, then it will work. Mr.
maybe
Paint
maybe I'll.
is a person.
Okay. Well, he's called Mr. Paint. All right. So if I see that
And
that's
you're
not
called
really
Miss
doing
Menagerie.
Mhm.
I am a one-person menagerie. I can be all the animals.
Yes.
Okay. Well, if I see that it's doing nothing to him, then I will widen my my aim and try to shoot the minions that are made of paint. Then, and do the
Will
So you're
you
attacking minions?
yell at us
Yeah.
so that we should switch and we should
Yeah,
attack?
we probably because we've been fighting together for enough.
Yeah,
to know each other's
just
strengths.
let us know that the turpentine isn't doing anything, and just let us know
Yeah.
that we should, change our approach.
I'll just yell Pomeranian.
Yeah.
Focus on him, and then
Yeah.
you'll just know.
Because if this guy is
And
a
then-
person, then I can, switch my aim to that, and you
Yeah.
both can turpentine the rest.
So,
Perfect. Okay.
just to be clear, Menagerie is shooting the minions.
Minion.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I will now roll. If my computer will cooperate with me, please. 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 There we go. Okay. We have 2 successes. successful attacks and one... Oh, and 2 defenses. 2 attacks, 2 defenses.
Great. They didn't even realize that you'd attacked them. Just took it from behind.
Phrasing.
I don't understand what you mean by phrasing. It was perfectly perfectly explanatory about what happened. So,
Indeed. That's it.
okay. In that case, I am going to Lupa.
Yeah.
Miss Menagerie is going to take 3 damage as a glob of really hot paint hits you in the back because you turned your attention away from the villain this round, and he was unguarded.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fair. I understand that. Yeah.
I thought about telling you, but I already told you guys twice now.
No, I knew.
So.
You did tell us, and I knew this. I knew that this was a thing because I made the decision knowing that since he, like
Fair
you
enough.
said, nobody was focusing on him.
Mhm.
So I figured he would get like the equivalent of an attack of opportunity. Yeah, that's totally fair. No problem here.
All right,
I did it
new
with full
round.
knowledge and intent.
It's okay, Miss Menagerie. The
Mr. Payne-
Pomeranian
Mr.
punch
Payne
will
cackles.
avenge you. I'm so sorry, I cannot do this.
Mr. Paint cackles and shouts at you. You know, maybe I'll be a bit, what is that word? Benevolent. And paint your faces on the sky as well,
No,
after I've defeated you.
that's actually kind of
Okay.
sweet.
Okay, Mr. Paint is standing on balcony or a dais sort of thing, you said? I
Yeah,
have. Okay. Unless someone would like to go before me, I would like to encourage the local succulents to start tearing apart the foundations of the dais or balcony where
along
he
with
is.
using this power, I'm going to let you have an additional die, simply because this is going to cause problems for everyone, as the plants getting in here are going to be tearing at the foundations and causing things to break apart and fall.
Yes.
So into this idea, though.
Is that okay?
That would be a tension dice.
Okay. I'm adding that to attack. Because everything else I've taken out has been from defense or pluck. But
Mhm.
okay. And if I kill us all, I apologize. But
Worth it.
yeah, worth a try.
One of us can fly.
And you're
That
fighting
is-
the minions?
Yes.
So, okay.
Yes. So I have two natural attacks, and then in pluck I have a single plus. I have 2 extra minuses under attack, so that makes I'm going to move that plus to attack and make 3 attacks.
Okay.
Against the building, right?
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Primarily.
I'm going to say that this is. Oh, cool. So you weren't attacking the minions; you were attacking
Well,
the building.
Yes.
Yes,
I was thinking that the action of you trying to do so would be attacking them with the building, using the
Oh.
plants to break things apart. Unfortunately,
Oh,
No, it was
Okay.
like attacking the whole building just to make it crumble,
yes.
right?
To trying to take out the leader, or at least make him fall on his face.
so you're
And-
attacking the leader doing this.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
The
Maybe-
dais on which
Okay.
the guy is sitting,
Yeah.
basically.
Should I reroll?
So, no.
Okay.
He takes 3 damage. As a piece of ceiling breaks off above his head, and he trips as the dice cracks, and it lands on his head.
Yes.
Excellent.
He's got some
Alright.
extra red now.
Amazing.
A little bit.
Cool.
All right, who's going next?
I will punch the big bad guy.
Yes.
And is there assistance, or are you just straight out punching him?
No, I'm just straight up punching him.
Okay, go for
Okay.
it.
I have 2 successful attacks and 1 successful defense.
Yeah, you block his attempt to swing the brush at you, and you hurt him. And he now only has. Oh, this is sad. Poor guy.
It's not sad. It's wonderful.
Look,
I kept
Yes.
forgetting about Slippery as one of his abilities, which means I could have just lost 1 dice to prevent losing 2 or 3, but we'll worry about that later.
it's okay. He still has some dice.
Well, he hasn't passed out yet. All right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What is Miss Lupa doing?
Just we're being a very good team right now.
Yeah. I'm going to continue shooting turpentine at the minions because that seems to be doing.
All right, do it.
And that prevents them from doing a sneak attack on us, too, so thank you.
Yeah, the minions would have done 1 damage to all of you.
It would help if I rolled better, but so I have no successful attacks, but I do have 2 successful defenses.
That's okay. They didn't hit you anyway, so you're fine.
Okay.
Okay.
So, fabulous. No win. No lull around.
Mr. Paint cries out, "No, no, you will not stop me!" and turns around and tries to break the cable connecting the big red button to the device that is now powering up to light up the
crap.
sky.
Oh, so that was
He's trying to get rid of the stop button.
Ah.
But
The
that's
big red button.
Yeah, we have to-
who's up next?
Well, which of us is closest, or, I mean, you're still in, what, no, sorry, no,
you're fine.
Menagerie.
Either way.
Menagerie is still in octopus form.
Yes.
Would it be possible for you to basically do a slingshot of yourself and hit the red button?
See, I wanted Pomeranian to throw me.
I mean, if you're close
that's
enough,
to try
I
to,
will
try
throw
to use
you.
me as an octopus ball
Yeah.
and throw me
Okay.
at the button. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That's
octopus
also
ball
super
you
cool.
if you're close enough. So, sure, you have my aid.
Okay. Well, I think it would be me aiding your attack.
I have
Or
2 pluck, so
Oh, but I have no more plus.
yeah, okay, perfect. So
Okay.
I am aiding you.
Um.
I'm still
Okay.
lucky.
Okay.
I'm
So I'll
still lucky. Lucky.
lucky.
Lucky.
Okay. Well, I hope that you have pluses.
Well, I don't.
No.
oh
I have a minus
What's
and a
gonna
nothing.
happen?
no! Oh no!
What happens is you kind of splat. You don't take any damage, but you splat right next to the button. You missed it.
And just slowly move down
It's just
the wall. Oh.
Yeah. Just no, it would be like one of those guys because they have like the sticky
Yeah, the
hand
sticky
guys.
ones
They have
that kind of.
arms that just go.
Oh, no.
All right. All right, Molly. What are you doing? Are you attacking the villain or are you attacking the minions?
Okay.
Did you march some cactuses in here to try and shoot the villain with some more spikes? He hasn't gotten the tree needling that
This is-
tree beam got.
This is true, but at this point, maybe it's misdirection. But I'm more concerned about Big Red Button. Personally, I'm.
I will say this
Yeah.
in terms of misdirection intention. I'm glad that you guys are focused on the big red button.
Mm-hmm.
is tension and story at the moment. He's almost gone, and that will stop things a lot faster. Well, potentially.
Okay. Then, yes, I will. Ella will encourage the closest cacti to hurl spikes, and if they have any spare lobes that they, are thinking of discarding from their little arms and things, then, please
All right,
feel free
roll.
to chuck that along as well. And rolling. Okay. One natural attack, no defense successes. Attack, I had 3 spare minuses, and in pluck I have 2 spare pluses. So I would like to move those to attack and make 3 successes in attack.
Okay.
Zero defense.
You take 1 damage, and he passes out. He just falls over from getting. He gets stitched with spikes and just drops his brush and passes out.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
And
I really.
hold on. I'm going to narrate some stuff here. It's very easy for Miss Octopi to reach up and slap the button. So the
Just
stuff
in
that was
time.
powering up starts to power down.
Yes.
And I'm imagining that you guys are cheering, and the minions stopped attacking. But now, when you look around, they're all heading towards and flowing into Mr. Paint. Because his superpower is not my final form.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can we stomp on? I think Aloe would like to try to stomp on his legs and break them off, a la
It doesn't.
the space.
It just splishes through and then reforms, and there's this.
Yeah.
He's not.
There's
a
this
necromorph,
whirlwind
then.
of,
Okay.
of painty minions just becoming a part of him, and he's basically a big paint man mech suit.
Okay.
I am
How
so
dare you! How dare you stop my machine? No worries, I will crush you, and I will send the sky into darkness for all humans.
Okay. Does anybody have a lighter that we could set this guy on fire with? Sparking
Honestly,
sort of thing?
at this point in time, I'm not really considering having a roll-off. I would you've got turpentine, you've got lighters, he's made of paint. I like a thematic ending. So you tell me what you do as he's gunning up in his stackable minion, because that's with the not my final form, it's a power that allows you to, once that villain dies, they come back with a different power set using.
Yeah.
So he's armored and has stackable minions as a power. So armored means he gets
Okay.
2 automatic defenses, and this fight will take forever.
love it.
However,
I'm trying to.
you guys thought ahead and brought turpentine with you and lighters. Like that was already done pre we getting here.
So
Just a little spot of arson.
yes, I'm inclined personally to shoot him with to empty the water guns onto him, and then
Mhm.
perhaps even take a rag, even if it's part of having to tear off part of your sleeve, light that, throw it, and then run like hell. But I'm open.
What are
to
the other 2 of you doing as she does this?
Well, no.
Does this take like a
God,
full
I'm
round to prepare this so that it
Yes.
can turn into something that can run instead of
Yes.
being an octopus?
Yes. Well,
Good. Then I will aid Mulier into that. Like while Lupa changes, while Miss Menagerie changes, I will help Aloe with the arson.
But yeah, because we have to empty the water guns first aneway.
So I
Yeah.
imagine it basically looks like
I'm
this.
like looking through my pocket.
Wait, turpentine Molotov cocktails.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, just turn the water
So you
guns
guys
and
go back to the car while he's forming still and talking and monologuing. You get your empty water
He's listening
bottles.
to him.
You get your water bottles and some claws,
We're
and
still
you fill with turpentine, and he's sitting there monologuing. And you walk back up to the building, you light him on fire, and you toss him in there.
And we're just like, yeah,
You turn around and walk back to the car, and there's this huge explosion that doesn't knock you down. And just
We're too cool for that.
it's like there's a new sun in the sky at the moment.
Oh, yes.
And
yes.
you just-
Literal
and-
hell.
the walk back to the car is very cool and appropriate.
Oh my gosh, the car's a little bit beat up,
Yes,
but it's okay.
It adds to the whole, not one of us is unscraped from this. Like we're all a bit mangy. Like, probably no, definitely Pomeranian least of all. But she's helping the other ones. And also, she's probably her the ends of her hair got a little singed, so
and Paige
she's
dries.
still not in her.
So I wrapped it up that way because there is leeway in terms of wrapping things up. I mean, like I said, you guys had a brilliant idea with the turpentine guns to begin with, and I hadn't even considered that paint was flammable when I created this guy. So it was a good solution without having to have an extra hour of fighting.
Amazing. And I love that it made use of the whole villain monologue trope.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's perfect.
So good.
Yes.
And we three just casually walking away yeah, we did a good job today.
We're the good guys.
All right. It is actually, I mean, we typically do wrap up about this time-ish, usually a little bit later when we're trying to get caught up on things. So that's it for today. I hope everyone out there watching has enjoyed it. Coming up next week on Hint Plays, if Drut wants to jump in and talk a little bit about it here in a second, is Gaia Complex. I'm not sure exactly what the theme is for it, so I can't talk to that, but I believe the three of you will be playing in that, yeah? Or is it just two of you?
I'm not going to be.
Okay.
My love.
But yeah, so next Sunday will be Gaia Complex, and I believe Knight's going to be running it. Some of our players are also streamers, so I'm going to go in the reverse round table that I did earlier because I don't see the same layout as everyone watching does. Lupa, do you have anything coming up that you want to talk about?
Hello. Yes, we're going to be doing Toucan Tuesday, which should be Stardew Valley. And then since I'm back home, I will probably be playing either Dead Space or for funsies, because Moliere enabled it, we might be playing some Planet Zoo. Or both, who knows?
Oh,
Yay.
All right.
Planet Zoo would be really appropriate after this, wouldn't it? Let's do that. Let's play Planet Zoo.
So, Alexia, do you stream? I'm not sure if you do or not.
I'm not, at least not this week, because I am still trying to get a grip on my headaches. But you can find me on Twitter at I go by Alexia with 3 L's.
Because you're drunk.
One, but there are 3 of them.
Fair enough. And Molly?
I will be returning to Bioshock at some point this week. I have not exactly decided which day. I will be decreasing the difficulty down to easy because I am not good at first-person shooters or things like that, but I enjoy playing them. So hopefully, cutting down the difficulty will decrease the number of times people have to watch me die. Oh, I also did add a death counter to my channel, so
fair enough.
and that's the main thing. That's
Hey, watching people die in games is actually more fun than watching them succeed.
It
it
can be. As long
it
as
can
you're
be.
having fun, that's what matters.
Exactly. Yes.
Also, murder is good, even if the
Yes.
So
that is
I also am a streamer, and I tend to stream after the Sunday Hint Plays stream. Today it's probably going to be a little bit later while I'm waiting for my food to show up because I haven't had a chance to order, as managing things doesn't allow me to play with my phone. So I'm thinking about an hour and a half from now, I will potentially be streaming Holiday. So
fantastic.
So if you like what we do, you can get involved by following us and by donating, which is !donate for the link and information. And we also have a Discord where streamers and gamers can chat, plan, and support each other. If you do !Discord, it'll give you a link to our friendly and lovely community. Thank you again for watching, and see you all next week.
Yes. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye. Thank you. Oh, that was so much fun.
I
Thank
I
you
don't know.
so